Audio only sound. Hello, everyone. Now we have sound. Josh, our producer tonight, forgot to press one of the buttons, and I love him, but I'm just going to razz him on the channel a little bit. Welcome to episode 10 of the Tides of Wildemount. This is our Wildemount campaign. We are live tonight on the RealmSmith Twitch, as well as the Dungeons & Dragons Twitch. Both of our channels were muted except for our session on Tuesday with Ken Lashley. You should check that out. Talking to legendary comic book artist Ken Lashley with regarding his experiences as a Black creator over the last number of years. And so you can check that out on our YouTube page because we posted that for everyone to take a look at and check out. But we've been quiet since then, standing in solidarity for the incredible cause that is going on right now. And our love and support go out to all of those people who are standing up in the midst of all of it. Also, for those of you that are staying home safe and quarantined, things are starting to open up here in Canada very soon. We're moving through stuff, so it looks like we'll hopefully be at the table in the next few episodes, possibly in the next month or so. We'll be back being able to play in the same room, which would be great. We want to thank Dungeons & Dragons for having us on their channel as usual, and want to thank our main title sponsor, Syrinscape. Syrinscape is an incredible fantasy player that you can add sound sets and mood to your tabletop RPG experiences at home or on streams. You're hearing it right now with the jungle background that I am playing for tonight's session. Which will lead into the chaos that we left at the end of last session. So if you want to check it out, www.syrinscape.com/RealmSmith. And then if you search for RealmSmith on the site, you will get actually 2 of the sound sets that we are selling on Syrinscape for the Into the Mist campaign, which is our last stream that we did. And you can get Death House and you can get Hopeless Village there, so check them out at syrinscape.com/RealmSmith. I want to thank WizKids for a lot of the miniatures that we use, of course. Dwarven Forge for a lot of the terrain that we'll be using tonight. Hero Forge, of course, for our player character miniatures, which we designed using their online player character creator. We had those minis 3D printed and sent to us because of COVID and all that stuff, and then I painted them, and you guys will be able to see them on screen tonight as we use them. Of course, Beetle and Grimm, another of our wonderful sponsors who create awesome adventure boxes for Dungeons & Dragons, and Mithril Armory, our official dice sponsor of this season. You can check them out at mithrolarmory.com, and we will be doing a giveaway tonight of a Mithril spinner. That will happen in the second half of the session. For the first half of the session, we are going to be giving away a digital copy of the Wildemount, the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount for your D&D Beyond experience. And we will be giving that away because D&D Beyond is our official powered sponsor for this season. We are officially powered by D&D Beyond now. We're very thankful. So, in order to enter into that giveaway, all you have to do is put Wildemount, WILDEMOUNT, into the chat. Only enter once. If you enter twice, you will be unfortunately disqualified. So make sure that you don't do that, and then we will get you a code for the people or the person who win that awesome prize. And we'll make sure to do the giveaway. The other giveaway that we'll be doing tonight is the 4th spot. I thought we were at 4, but the 4th spot in our exclusive private game with our cast and crew in the Wildemount world. But you have to be a tier 2 sub and above in order to enter into that. And all you have to do is be active in the chat, and we will announce a winner at the end of the evening. If you like what you see tonight, you can join the Revelry and become a Revelry pirate and chat with our pirates on Discord and take advantage of all the awesome perks that we offer to our Revelry pirates. And you can do that by subbing either with your Twitch Prime account or with at the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, and there's all kinds of information about that will be listed in the chat by our moderators tonight and on our Discord as well. All the information that you need can be found there. Tomorrow night, from behind the screen, I will have V the Crafting Muse on with us. We'll be discussing the Warlock tiles and her experiences working at WizKids, as well as her experiences as a female DM and a crafting DM as well. And it'll be great. Vi is a good friend of RealmSmith's and has been for a long time, so we're excited to feature her. Thursday night, Players Table with Joel Auge, and then Nolzer's Marvelous Tutorials on Sunday, where we will be painting another miniature that I don't know what it is yet. I'm kind of going week by week on that one, but it's okay. It's all right. We do what we do. All right. I think that's all of the announcements. I've had jungle sounds in my head all intro. Let's say hi to our cast today. Hello, cast.
Hello.
How you guys all doing? Good?
Hello.
Yep. It is clear that Dave and Joel are outdoors currently. That's great. And that they are socially distancing responsibly as they play this evening. I'm excited to see you guys react. I think you guys are doing this like in character for the narrative purposes, so that when mosquitoes actually start to bite you in real life, they're actually biting you in the narrative of the jungle that you're about to traverse.
That's exactly right. My backyard is a jungle.
That's amazing. You're like a method role player. It's very good. All right.
I take it seriously, Jay.
Very seriously, clearly. All right, guys. Last time we left off, last week, you traveled to the Twinward Isles. You were on the southernmost island of the pair of islands along the Menagerie Coast that are part of the Swivane Islands. You are coming here because you heard that there was a temple to Ukatoa, who is an ancient godlike idol that has been gaining momentum and interest from the revelry. Specifically Solon, who is one of the trusted advisors of the Planet King. He's asked you to come here to get as much information as you can from an oracle who exists in the depths of the jungle on the Twinward. You know that it is currently inhabited by the Kinau people, who were the original inhabitants of the Menagerie Coast, and who actually are still active and living here on the island. You all have approached the island in a skiv, and you all climbed out of it and started to climb up the cliff face, as Twinward has sheer cliffs all around the entire island. There are no beaches, there are no ports. Halfway up the cliff face, you were attacked by creatures that we can call harpies, who are female bodies with long, scraggly hair and vulture-like appendages, basically their legs and their wings. Some of them began to sing and enraptured, if I may say, a few of you. And where we left off on a virtual cliffhanger was that Janice, who had been accompanying you along actually Yana, one of the Dark Elves, was accompanying you, and then they switched out immediately. You guys noticed this. We're a little confused as to how they could just switch like that. And then, charmed by the Song of the Harpy, Janice jumped off the side of the cliff towards the Harpy, and that is where we find you guys now. We are currently at Bacalhau for
so
your...
in my last action, I cast Witch Bolt.
Yeah.
So it's an automatic hit because I haven't taken any damage yet.
Yeah.
So I just need to roll a d12 for damage.
Okay. And which one was this against again? Do you remember?
There was one that was kind of right over me off the edge of the cliff.
That is still that is standing or was flying?
It's flying. I think it's almost dead.
Okay. Yep, got it.
Okay. So it's a round die. It's an 18. Sorry, just one moment.
Are you using the D&D Beyond virtual rollers?
I am actually, and it's a 1 for damage.
Okay, one damage.
Yep. So
Okay.
as he's flying around me, I'm just trying to track him, I guess, with my stick. And
Yep. Yeah. And she continues to take damage from it, but because of the distance and because she's flying, you're just having a hard time keeping it targeted directly onto the hovering creature. Janice, you now are in mid-flight towards this creature. I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw, please, as you plummet towards the rocks and ocean below.
We're fine. That'll be an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, very good. You manage to, even in your charmed state, as you start to fall and realize that you're starting to plummet, you manage to see kind of an area that is void of coral, and you land into the water, still taking 3 points of damage due to the fall, but are now being kind of pushed around by the waves that continually pummel the side of this cliff face. But as of right now, that is all that you are, and you're currently trying to swim. What is your what are you wearing, armor-wise?
Breastplate.
That's heavy, right? Or is it medium?
Medium.
Give me a strength athletics check.
medium.
I won't give you disadvantage on that.
Oh, but I rolled a natural 1 on that, so...
Not a great swimmer, unfortunately, as you start to kind of...
Never be.
Yeah, as you start to, because of all the gear that you have on, and it's starting to take on water, you are starting to go under the surface. Snow, you are up. Dajarkal, you are on deck. Snow, you hear a loud splash from below you, and you are aware that Plunk is just behind you. There is a harpy in front of you, and you know that there is some sort of 8-legged creature on the other side of the harpy that you can hear kind of moving around. What do you do?
All right, and Plunk has my scimitar, yeah?
Plunk carried your scimitar up and has given it to you. He's right behind you.
Okay, so he's already given it to me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to use my bonus action to manifest an echo behind the harpy that we're fighting, just wherever there's room.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the harpy.
Okay, with your echo.
Yes.
Okay, in an instant, this shadowy apparition and duplicate of Snow appears behind the harpy and begins to engage it.
All right, so that's 2 dirty 20s to hit.
Those are hits.
Yeah, and that's 13 points of damage total.
Wow, nice. 13 points of damage total. Okay. As your scimitars start to cut into her, and not even realizing necessarily that this has happened because she is focused completely on you currently, feathers start to fill the air as you cut into her back and wings. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it for my turn.
Dajarkal, you're up. Plunkrawk, you're on deck.
So that same harpy, I'm going to attack with a bite.
Okay. You kind of creep up alongside her and alongside the echo.
It's a 21 to hit,
That's a hit.
and that's 5 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and then has to make a con save for the poison damage.
Ooh, what's the DC?
11.
That is not enough.
Okay, so then it will take 7 points of poison damage.
Ooh. So, sorry, how much is that altogether?
What was the first one? 5?
Yeah,
So 12?
12. Okay. All right. You see that this harpy begins to kind of stumble forward, blood pouring from its back. And this bite, and you felt that poison course through your maw and into the leg of this harpy as it begins to kind of rock on unsteady legs.
Mal just hiss at her
All right.
as a spider.
Nice. Plunk, you're up. Gaziel, you're on deck.
I'm going to and just so I know situational awareness, I'm a little bit further behind Dajarkal.
Yeah, you're, Julian's pointing at you right now. So
Okay,
you're...
great.
Yeah. Snow's in front of you. Harpy's there. Dajarkal's on the other side of the harpy.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the harpy.
Nice.
If that's okay. Wisdom saving throw of 13 or more.
Not enough.
Oh, that will be a 3d6 damage, and I'm virtual rolling with my D&D Beyond virtual dice, giving them a little bit of props, and that's an 8 damage.
Okay. As you begin to speak into her mind, she starts to cover her ears and shudder and screech as her eyes roll back in her head, and she falls off the cliff face, smacking a number of stones on the way down. Not Dajarkal. That was the harpy. And you hear the splash just beside you, Janice, as you're trying to clamor for surface. Gaziel, you're up. Bolt, you're on deck.
Okay. So I realize I have this cool thing called Channel Divinity Nature's Wrath.
Yeah.
Is that creature 10 feet away from me?
So currently, if you remember correctly, you went to go give it a hug, and she has now wrapped her wings around you, and you have disappeared according to everybody else's look. So what do you do?
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out my, what is it called? I'm going to take out my arm blade, my longsword.
Yeah, your new longsword, yeah.
Because I'm not charmed anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm going to jab it right in the stomach.
Okay.
I look like
and she didn't see that coming, so I'm going to give you advantage on that, actually.
Cool,
because you're in close quarters, and she currently thinks that you're under her spell.
So what does advantage look like?
Just roll D20 twice and take the highest.
Okay, got it. Nope. Okay, I got a 5.
That's your highest? You rolled it twice?
Yeah.
What did you roll? What was the other roll?
A 2.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
All right. So you're so close into her that you're having a hard time. And frankly, you're not really used to the sword. You've been fighting with your Warhammer for so long that you still haven't really had the time to train with it. And so as you kind of try to you actually misjudge, and it kind of goes through the feathers in her wings and out the other side as she looks at you like this, and her face changes into this horrible scowl. Bolt, you're up.
Oh.
Okay, so the one that had charmed me is now dead?
The one that had charmed you is now dead, yes.
Because it was that first one.
Well, you had broken that charm at the end, remember? You were back to normal. You were fine.
Okay.
You had one, and you are now immune to it for the next 24 hours.
Ooh.
I had said, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to what's happening? And I will aim my fist towards the harpy that I see straight ahead of me. That is
all the way at the end?
attacking? Or no, that's
So there's one all the way at the end with that Gaziel that has Gaziel currently wrapped. There's also one that is flying out over the water.
Okay. I'll aim at the one that has Gaziel.
Yeah.
And attack with a new ability called Lightning Launcher.
Whew. What's the distance on that?
Lightning Launcher is a 90 to 300.
Yeah, that's great. That works.
And it's a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Yes, Bolt.
And it's 7 lightning damage.
And how does it work?
Want
Basically,
me to read the description?
you just fire a lightning bolt out of your ring. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bolt stretches his fist forward, and lightning begins to crackle around his ring, and it shoots forth and hits this harpy, even holding Gaziel around her and in her grasp, and begins to be racked. That's 7 points, you said?
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right. That harpy that is out above... sorry, that one is dead. That harpy that is out above the water is going to swoop down and try and grapple Dajarkal. Swoop over and just grab... she's going to stay flying, but she's going to fly up to her and try and grapple her. I'd like you to make a strength check, Dajarkal, please.
Okay.
Roll good.
7.
Oh, that is not enough. As I would like you, as she grabs you like this, and she pulls you off the side of the cliff face. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
No, I don't like flying.
Are any of us within range to do an opportunity attack, Jay?
No, not currently. Bolt is, but you'd have to attack Dajarkal, not the harpy. The harpy's on the other side.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. As she begins to kind of haul you off the side of the cliff, she drops you, but you manage to wrap a couple of your legs around her and are currently just holding on as you're kind of clamoring to catch yourself. Don't worry about it. It's at the same. It's at the same level it was. Yeah. All right, the other harpy is going to... It looks down at you. That took 7 points of damage. Gaziel, and it is going to... It pushes back off you a little bit just to get a bit of distance. And goes to with it, tries to dig its claws into you, but cannot pierce through your armor, and then tries to hit you with its club, and it deflects off your armor with no damage done. Bacalhau, you're up. Janice, you're on deck. It's too high.
My computer is totally locking up over there, so I'm just going to use Joel's for a second. So I haven't taken any damage, right?
No. You have not.
Sorry, I've been
I don't
trying
think
to
so.
rescue my machine.
No, you're at the bottom there, still kind of watching.
Okay, then I'm going to then my witch bolt is still engaged, so I just need to roll for damage, and I got a 10.
10?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just kind of laying low at the bottom of this this hill.
Yeah.
You don't even see me there.
What happens when there's somebody holding on to her while you're witch bolting?
Well, it doesn't say. I'm sure she's probably fine.
What's your witch bolt DC, Dave?
Oh, well, just give me a second. Well, it's a roll to hit. So I rolled to hit with high precision my enemy.
Okay, it's a roll to hit. There's no DC.
Yeah. No.
Okay. I'm going to say with your dexterity saving throw that you did, Dajarkal, that you're able to stop from being electrocuted by this witch bolt that is currently racking the harpy.
Nice.
Would I know from my prior use of this that if a person is touching that enemy that's targeted, that they're both going to be hurt? Like, would I know that? Because I would disengage it after doing my damage.
Well,
so I don't hurt my friend.
You know that there could be a chance. But at this point, you feel like you've targeted correctly, so that this time it hasn't.
Okay. I rolled a 10 for damage.
Okay, yep, got it.
And then I would like to, I don't know that it's an action, but I'd like to disengage my witch bolt
Okay.
to stop it from frying my friend.
It might be a bonus action. I'm not sure, or free action. Do you know? I think you
You
can just
just
drop it.
singed my spider fur a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Janice, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
So am I still drowning?
You are currently you're currently now below the surface of the water and are holding your breath. I'd like you to make another strength athletics check, please.
My dice are not hot, guys. That's going to be an 8.
Okay, with an 8, you manage to still keep your head just above water, but you're struggling to currently. And you do see the. I wonder if he's still charmed because he fell into the water.
Well, I haven't been making any wisdom saves, right?
Yeah, you should be making a wisdom save at the end of your turn. Can you make your wisdom save for the end of your last turn?
Natural 20.
Then you're fine. Hitting the water brought you back to your right mind, and are now just focusing on staying above water. What would you like to do?
And as I can get air, I will say, "There be seawater in me, grog," and I'll try to make my way to the wall if I can.
Okay. And with that, sorry, what was your? It was an 8.
An 8, yeah.
Yeah. As you start to kind of swim towards it, a wave crashes into you, and you kind of hit the side of the rock face, and you take another point of damage as you're kind of pummeled into the rock face. And so you're at the wall, but haven't had the opportunity yet to make any sort of purchase to be able to kind of climb your way out. Okay. I guess technically you still have an action. You've only just moved.
Ooh, then I'm, I can still see the harpy above me?
Yes, yeah, and you can see the wolf spider attached to it.
Well, my cup ain't doing me any good anymore. I'm gonna throw my mug at the harpy. It's probably not gonna hit though, because that's just 6, I think.
Yeah, so I was gonna say a disadvantage because you're trying to stay afloat and you're being.
I'm always at disadvantage.
Yeah, so would you throw javelin?
A mug of ale.
You threw a mug of ale.
That I had when I was teleported over here.
Oh, okay. So it currently has seawater in it. So you toss your improvised mug, and it goes nowhere near, and you hear it clink kind of over off some rocks off to the side. Snow, you're up. Dajarkal, you're on deck.
Dude, Ruby's going to be mad about that mug. All right, I'm making my attacks from my position this time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a natural 20 and an 11 to hit.
They are both hits.
Okay, excellent. So the natural 20 is 5. So
Oh wait, sorry. Who are you attacking, dude? There's nobody there.
Oh, it's gone now?
That harpy's dead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry,
Looking
yeah.
at the image, it looked like it's still there.
No, my bad.
In that case, there's nothing within range of me to attack.
You could move and attack that other one, potentially on the other side of. It's gonna be hard to get past Gaziel there.
If my echo was to do a jump off the cliff, would it be able to reach the harpy with an attack midair?
What is your echo's strength?
Same as mine. So that would be 17 or a +3.
That's like a 15-foot jump. So 17 plus 3. It's half your strength. Oh, it's your strength score. Yeah, it's your strength score if you get a running jump. So if it backed up 10 feet, then ran and then jumped, it could make that, just barely make that. I'd have to have it make a strength athletics check, though.
All right. So it's what, like 5 feet away from the edge?
Yeah, right now. So
all right.
5 feet back.
Yeah.
And then jump.
Yeah. Let's give it a shot. So you said a strength athletics check?
Yeah.
All right. That is
Maybe go onto that side because you keep.
16.
16 that's enough. You get over, you reach that harpy, and you're trying to make kind of an attack mid-air.
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
Okay. Sorry,
You
though.
rolled,
My echo is now more than 15 feet away from me, though. Now, right?
Yes.
So it disappears
Yeah.
midair.
So you're still learning how to use it, but as it kind of approaches, it phases out. You're like, ah! You can feel it. You can feel that it leaves your space.
Yeah. So I still have my bonus action.
Sure.
So I'll just manifest a new one.
Okay.
And apologize to the last one.
Okay, where are you going to manifest it?
I'm going to... Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm going to manifest it, I guess, right next to me.
Every time snow messes up, a timeline dies. All right. Okay.
Another one of the unlimited timelines dies.
yeah. Dajarkal?
I guess since I'm already grappled in, I mean, I'll bite her first.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Nicely done.
So,
Yes.
that is 6 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And then con save.
Oh. That's enough.
Well, so it'll take half of...
So it'll take full damage, and then roll the second one.
Oh, okay. Full. So the full...
So what's the piercing damage it takes normally?
So the piercing damage it
1d8?
took is a d6 plus 1.
Okay, so it'll take 6, plus you rolled a 6?
No, I rolled a 5.
Right, so
Yeah.
that's 12. So 12 points of damage so far.
Okay.
And then
On the con save is a different roll.
Yep.
So did it make the con save or no?
It did.
It did. Okay, so it'll take half of 10, so I'll take 5 points of poison damage.
Okay, that's 17 points of damage. All right. You bite into it, and it shrieks in pain as you feel the poison start to course through its body, and it starts to plummet, and you feel it starting to fall towards the ocean.
Would I be able to kind of wriggle out of its clutches?
Give me well, yes. Its body goes limp, and so now it is no longer holding on to you. Are you trying to make a jump off it to jump back to the cliff?
I'm trying to reach for the rocks.
Okay, so you're about 15. What's your strength on your spider?
Oh, it's a +1.
No, but the full score?
Oh, the full score is 12.
Yeah, so 6. I'd like you to make a strength athletics check, please.
Okay. 19.
19. With disadvantage, actually, because you're trying to jump midair.
All right.
Sorry.
That was a nat 20 on that one, so it's still a 19.
19. Okay, with the 19, you do make that 6-foot jump. Unfortunately, you're about 5 feet short of where you need to be. So you kind of make a downward trajectory towards the cliff face. I move her like diagonally there. I'd like you to make a dex save to see if you can hold on once you hit the cliff face.
Okay. Ooh, 16.
Okay, with a 16, you manage to hold on to the corner of the cliff face, but you take 2 points of damage as you hit the cliff wall.
I am okay with all of this.
Okay, that harpy plummets to the ocean and psh. Okay, Plunk, you're up. Gaziel, you're on deck.
Where are we at as far as enemies here, Jay?
So there's one harpy still at the end facing off against Gaziel.
Okay. So I will cast another Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
And try to this time. I'm going to sing just slightly off pitch.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
You know when you sing a song and you're supposed to sing it in key and you hear someone singing it slightly off key,
Yeah.
just enough to melt your brain.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna sing along with you.
Roll
See,
for
that's
annoyance.
how Dave sings.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. Ultra annoying. Dissonant whispers.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Save 13. Wisdom.
It passes.
Oh.
With its incredible singing ability, it manages to block all of that. Does it take half damage? Does it just not take any effect at all?
Good question. I really don't know. Let me double check. I wasn't sure. There's Plunk there. It does. A deafened creature automatically succeeds on the save, obviously. The creature doesn't move into obvious dangerous ground. It doesn't say... Oh, on a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction. But it doesn't say anything about half damage or anything.
Okay.
Oh, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away.
Okay. So what's
half damage.
So what's half damage?
Let me go and roll that now. It is 3.
3. Got it. She starts to kind of grab and clutch at her ears and kind of try to buffet the air with her wings to try and make it stop. But you can tell that some of it is piercing through and making purchase. Gaziel, you're up. Bolt, you're on deck.
Okay, I think it's time to cast Thunderous Smite.
Nice.
Again, so I'm going to take my weapon, my new weapon, my longsword, and I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
And it has to succeed on a strength saving throw of 14.
Strength saving throw?
I don't know. It says...
Yeah.
It says...
Just read it for us.
1 second. Okay, it says attack/save STR 14.
Okay.
Strength saving throw, yeah.
Oh, okay. Tell me what happens to it if it fails or passes.
Do I tell you?
Yeah. So what does
it say?
Oh, by
rolling my d20.
No. Just what it says in the spell.
Okay, it says the first time you hit with a melee weapon attack during this spell's duration, your weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet of you, and the attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage to the target. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone.
Okay, so it you have to roll to hit first, right?
Okay.
So let's roll to hit.
Oops, wrong one. I rolled the wrong dice. Dang it, it's a 3.
Oh, man. So you swing past it again, not quite sure what you're swinging at. Does that undo the Thunderous Smite, or does she still have it because she has it? It's on the next hit. So you've passed it. It's still charged in your weapon for your next one, but it manages to move out of the way as you kind of swing wide on that one. Bolt, you're up.
Okay. Seeing how it worked last time, I'll sort of hit my fist a little. Let's try that one more time, shall we? And I'll shoot it again.
All right.
With a lightning launcher attack.
Nice.
Does a 10 hit?
No, it does not. As it swerves out of the way of Gaziel's strike, it also swerves out of the way of the point that you had been focused on in order for your spell to go off. And it unfortunately goes over its shoulder. The harpy extends its wings out and it begins to fly backwards off the cliff, retreating. Gaziel, you get one more shot to try and finish this harpy as it's retreating.
Okay.
So roll your d20. Yeah.
Come on. Please work. Okay. I don't even know how this happened. I literally got a d20.
Natural 20. That's a moment. D&D, y'all. That is a lot of damage. That is double everything. Okay, so it has to make a save. Okay, so let's roll your damage first. So what's the damage on it first?
The damage on my Thunder Smite?
Yeah.
It's 2d6.
Okay. Plus your sword damage. So roll your sword damage first.
Okay. Which means a d20, right?
No.
D8?
Oh,
got you. Yes. Okay, so that is a 7.
Okay, 7 plus an extra 8 as well on top of that.
Another 8 on top of that?
So that's 15. So you have 15 so far.
Okay.
And then how many d6? 2d6?
2d6.
So you get 12 automatically on that. Right? So roll 2d6. Roll 2d6s and add that together.
Okay, I got a 5 and a 2.
32, 34 so far.
Holy moly.
Okay, but it passed its score, so it only takes half of that, right?
Okay. Still decent.
Either way, it's dead. How do you want to finish this harpy as it kind of flies off the side of the cliff here?
So I'm going to take my sword and I'm going to look at everybody and yell, "Everybody cover your ears!" And then I'm going to swing right into the middle of its neck.
Yes.
And blood just gushes all over.
Wow.
Like rain.
A thunderous, cacophonous sound rings out across the cliff face as bits of rock start to tumble down the cliff as she smashes this harpy right in the neck, severing its head directly from its neck. And as it kind of flies through the air, the harpy slowly falls down, plummeting into the water, her head following. You guys are now out of initiative. Congratulations.
Oh, whoa.
Well done, guys. Well done. All right, so you are now out of initiative. Janice, I should say, you are still trying to climb that cliff. I'd like you to make another strength athletics check, please.
That is a 13.
13. With a 13, you manage to take purchase onto the cliff face, and you can move half your distance up along that cliff. So just move him to that first ledge there. Okay? No, the first ledge in the bottom. Yeah, there. All right. What do you all want to do at this point?
I would like to climb back to the top.
Okay. Strength athletics check on that, please.
I got spider climb.
Oh, you're spider. You're fine. Yeah. Okay. So you climb right up. Yeah. How long does your spider?
I believe it's an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll just hold on to it since I like those temporary hit points.
Yeah, for sure. Bacalhau?
I'd like to begin climbing the rock face.
Strength athletics check, please.
It's a 12.
Okay, with a 12, you manage to climb up with a little bit of issue, but you can put them all the way up. We'll just, for the sake of brevity, get them all the way up there. Janice, for yourself as well, I'll let you, with that score, slowly kind of make your way up. And you are now all up on the cliff face. You all crest the top of the stonework there, and the jungle of the Twinward Isles welcomes you. You hear the typical sounds that you would imagine a jungle would have, all kinds of creatures and monkeys and insects, as you all kind of take a breath, take a knee, and collect yourselves after that attack. What do you do?
I'll ask around, is everyone okay?
Okay, where are we? What's going on?
I mean, are you hurt?
Who are you?
Oh, never mind.
Who are you?
I'm Janice. I'm trying to figure out why I'm here.
I'm trying to figure out why I'm here.
Well, there was a Yana here at one point. Where did they go?
So you're telling me somebody else was here?
Yes, Yana was here.
Janus. Janus?
I prefer Janus. I'm not a Zemnian, thank you.
I scratch my head with one of my arms.
And that thing is creepy.
Wait,
so, what exactly are you trying to do here?
Well, we're looking for a temple of some sort.
I'm gonna need a little bit more to go off.
Temple of Ukutoa?
That says a lot, actually.
Okay. Hopefully not too much, but that is what we are trying to do.
The player wanted there and just focus it on the players.
How did you get here?
Yeah.
It's my thoughts exactly.
Well, you kind of explained it yourselves. Yana was here, and now I'm here.
Julian, you can just use
That doesn't explain anything, though.
Yes. That explanation only causes more confusion.
Agreed.
You've never switched places with another person, then.
Well, I have with my echo.
Well, then you should be pretty understanding of the situation.
Sort of. Are you an echo?
No.
No. Yana is the echo.
I hope not.
Snow, can you give me an Arcana check, please?
Sure. All right, that's a 19.
Okay, with a 19, when it happened, you sense the same static and dark kind of shadow energy when they switched that happens when you manifest an echo. So you imagine that magic is somewhat linked, but you're not sure exactly how.
That it's dunamis, or?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I suppose you are somehow able to just switch places with each other, regardless of distance?
Well, I can't say that I've ever tried to go to the ends of the world or nothing, but
still,
it's never caused us any trouble.
This is days away from... Wait, were you on Dark Toe? That's where we came from.
I was in the Bloated Cup enjoying a drink with my old friend Malgath.
Well,
Next thing I know, I'm in the ocean.
We are, about 7 days from there? That is,
oh, you best be kidding me. I hope she pays me tab, or else Rosie's going to throw a fit.
Well then, welcome. What do you know of Yana's quest?
Nice and close on it.
Well, I know that you said you were looking for a temple in the middle of whatever island we're on, about 7 days away from Darktoe.
And Yana spoke nothing to you of the intent?
Well, she might have said something, and I might have not really been listening.
Give me a history check, Janice.
That is... That's a 12.
Yeah. With a 12, all you remember is her saying something about, when I need you, I'll call you. And you know that this happens often, where when she needs something that needs hitting, you kind of come in and do that for her.
Oh, yes. She did say I'd probably be killing some stuff at some point in the near future.
So, well, now that everything that needs to be killed has been killed, are you able to switch places, or how does that even work?
Well, it's usually about once a day you can do it.
So just one way, not switching back.
Figures.
Well, that is the one downside.
I need the mini box.
Okay, welcome. You seem like a nice enough fellow.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Indeed.
Janice, emissary of the Pumpkin.
Oh, then it is an honor to be in your presence, emissary.
Well, thank you.
This is a task we're performing for the Planking, doing a little bit of research to find out what is going on with this Ukatoa. So, your assistance will be invaluable.
But of course. And I don't know if it'll help, but I can bring her back whenever the opportunity presents itself.
I suppose. I'm sure you would like to get back to wherever you were.
Well, I wasn't with me right now.
Does that mean that right now she's drinking from your cup at the bloated...
Oh, she best not be, or else she'll be having a word.
You can grab their minis too, just in preparation.
All right. Well, Harpies, a nice warm welcome here. I'm sure there is more to come. We should all be ready. Does anyone need any sort of recovery? Do you need to rest? Should we continue?
That's what I was asking.
And a very good question, Bacalhau.
Don't think it would be harmful to take a short rest, recover, wipe the blood off my face.
Very good. Very good.
I'd like to use prestidigitation to remove the blood from her face.
Okay. He does one of these kind of like Jedi swipes, and the blood is gone from your face.
Wow. Becco, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was so good.
I can clean a lot of things. I'll just go around cleaning the party members.
Okay.
Just the blood off of them.
Good. Okay, so you guys are taking a short rest? Okay. So anyone who has lost hit points can use hit dice to replenish hit points. And you can obviously, in D&D Beyond, just hit that you've taken a short rest. Make sure that you confirm it twice when you do so to take your short rest.
And I'll pop out of my wild shape.
Okay. All right. The hour goes by fairly uneventful. Again, you can tell that this jungle is fairly dense, and it's going to be slow getting through it. Even at the edge here, you can see into it maybe only, 20 to 30 feet, if that. Vines, leaves, and the rest has it choked very, very tight. What do you guys do?
Well, I guess I can use my scimitars as machetes to kind of carve a path.
Yep.
Is there any evidence of traffic coming through from this side of the woods?
Yeah, give me a survival check.
You betcha. It's a 23.
Yeah, with a 23, not much. Other than the stuff that you guys just kind of fought against, there isn't really any traffic going into or out of the woods that you can tell. 1 sec. You do see, though, can you give me a nature check, please?
It's a 7.
Okay. That's it.
So
okay.
What do you guys do?
So wherever we're going, my echo will be at the front doing the carving of the woods and potentially taking the brunt of anything that attacks us.
Yeah, give me a marching order then. So Snow first.
Yeah, so my echo and then me.
Okay.
And then whoever wants to be after me, I guess.
And your echo is going to be 15 feet in front of you, kind of at the edge of your space?
Yeah, I'd say let's do about 10 feet, just to be safe.
Okay.
Is your echo feeling around the jungle to see where to machete through, or is...
So it'll be kind of like tapping and feeling with the machetes. Unless this is an echo that can see, then he'll be able to just see.
Yeah.
Or does he just wave wildly and keep walking?
Well, he could. He really could, just keep going, just a windmill.
Okay. And then who's after Snow?
I'll go right after him.
Okay, Gaziel. After Gaz?
I'll follow after Gaziel,
Plunk?
having seen her performance in the last battle.
Yes.
I'm just, wow.
After Plunk?
I'll follow after Plunk.
Dajarkal? After Dajarkal?
Is this...
We've got Janice and Bolt left.
I was going to take up the
And
back.
Bacalhau. You're going to take the back, Janice? Okay, so Bolt, where do you want to be?
Okay, then I'm second last.
Okay. And then Bacalhau, you're in front of Bolt then.
Can I be kind of close to Snow?
Yeah, sure you can. Where do you want to... You want to be like beside...
Yeah, I'll just be behind him.
Okay, so you're kind of beside Gaziel then. Yep.
Yeah. Just us friends hanging out through the woods.
Got it.
Friends.
Best friends forever.
Okay, so what direction would you like to move in, Snow?
We have no sense of where this temple is, right? Is there...
Give me a nature check.
Okay, good times. Good times.
I do love how amazing it is that we always let snow lead us.
I know, it's the blind leading the seeing. I know.
It's the best.
So, hey, I've got some other senses at work here.
Heightened senses.
That's an 18.
Okay. With a nature check, you imagine that the temple is probably, because it's of sacred nature, that it would probably be somewhere in the center of the island. But you're going to have to gather some other information to find out where it is before you try and locate it. So you're going to start into the jungle, but at some point, you're going to need some other determining factor to determine where this temple might be on this massive island. This island is probably 25 miles across, and pretty much circular-ish.
The canopy above us isn't allowing any sunlight through, right?
Bits.
But not enough where I'd be able to sense the location of the sun from the day to be able to determine direction.
Not enough, because as you walk, you kind of feel heat on your head, and then when you get into shade, that you're not really able to kind of tell the direction that the sun is pointing enough to know. You do know that it's around.
Can I try something?
Hang on. You do know that it's more or less around noon as you're getting hit directly on the top of the head by the sun. But that's all you know.
Okay.
Okay. Bacalhau, go ahead.
I was hoping with prestidigitation that I can make a puff of smoke.
I don't know if you can.
But it looks like I can't really. I can make a small campfire. Can I? Because just to help determine the direction that we're traveling in. Well, we just got into the woods. Could we not see which way the sun was pointing before we got in? And
the sun. So the sun is directly up, like pointing down. It's noon, and as you head into the jungle is ahead of you. So,
onward then.
Okay.
So, as we go, I take note of any time the echo kind of hits a tree.
Yeah.
With a blade, and I'll notch it so that we'll be able to kind of follow our way back. It's an old trick for me to be able to navigate through forests. So that's what I'll be doing. But I'll speak back to Gaziel and Bacalhau and say, do either of you know which way we might need to go to the center of the island? I have a sense that is where we will find this temple.
Yeah, it's so thick, I can't even see anything, honestly.
I think we just have to hope we come across some tracks.
What side?
Can I keep searching for like as we go? Can I keep searching for tracks or paths?
Yes.
One of you should watch the trees for not friends.
Yeah.
And I'll look for tracks.
Do you think there'd be animals that would gravitate towards the temple at all that we could follow?
Like a cat or a turtle?
I mean, yeah, I guess. But more like, I don't know, like monkeys or something that would make their home in the temple. I don't know.
King Louis. That is a good question. I am not certain what animals might gravitate towards structures. What side of the island did we approach on?
You're on the southwest side that you know of.
Southwest side. So the center of the island would be northeast.
Yes.
So I believe since we approach from the southwest side, we need to continue going northeast. If any of you have a compass or some way to tell which direction we are going, then we can use the sun, of course, to help navigate. But I don't know if you can see through this canopy. I feel the odd shaft of light, but that is, I think we're at about noon. Do you guys have any sense of direction here?
What if somebody, these trees look pretty tall. I'd say maybe somebody strong enough could climb and just look across the island.
That is a good idea.
Well, do I see any birds nearby?
You see flutters up above. I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
Okay. So that is a 16.
Yeah, with the 16, you hear at least half a dozen bird calls. And being one with nature as you are, you do see that there are a couple birds kind of jumping from tree to tree, smaller kind of black birds. And you do spot kind of a toucan type bird, probably about 50 feet ahead, up in the tree.
Okay,
in the canopy.
I'd like to get 20 feet closer to it,
Yep.
so I could cast Animal Messenger.
Okay. All right, can you just read the spell for everybody's sake?
Okay, so for 24 hours, the last 24 hours, by means of this spell, you use an animal to deliver a message. Choose a tiny beast you can see within range, such as a squirrel, a blue jay, a bat. You specify a location. Which we must have visited. Is there any way that I could, or I said recipient who matches a general description, such as a man or woman? The target beast travels for the duration of the spell towards a specific location, covering about 50 miles per 24 hours for flying messenger or 25 miles for other animals. So not knowing the location, would I be able to describe it and like have it come back to me to see if it finds it?
You can absolutely try. You've never been there. You've actually never visited it. So even to describe it would be difficult. The only person who has actually kind of seen a facsimile of it is Gaziel in her dream. But that's it.
Okay. So I will, using what Gaziel has described it.
Yep.
I will try to communicate that description and just ask the bird to come back to us if it flies over with like a direction.
Yeah, I think it just delivers a message. I don't think it comes back though.
Well, what if the message was towards like me or somebody else in the party?
No, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, it's a one-way thing. Unfortunately, you send the animal out, it goes out, it delivers that message. It doesn't unfortunately come back unless then they cast Animal Messenger on it to send it back.
All right.
Sorry.
I tried, guys.
Sorry.
That's okay. But somebody can climb a tree still, I think. If we get someone to climb a tree, maybe perhaps we could see beyond like a little gap in the
try and climb a
island.
tree for you.
You're gonna try to climb the tree?
Do you remember seeing if it was near water or if there were any other landmarks near the temple?
In my dream. Jason, do I remember seeing water?
History check.
Okay. 13.
No. And in fact, all you do remember really is seeing past a vast expanse of jungle that had been burnt, remember, and shriveled, and almost just like the silhouette of a temple that was stepped in nature, so almost like a Mayan temple that had a variety of levels, smaller up to the top, kind of triangular in nature.
So you said there was burnt things around it?
Yeah, so if you remember, the jungle shriveled up behind you as the large creature started to move and roar, and it killed the jungle, and you saw the temple through that clearing after.
Right. All right, guys. So it's either we go forward or so we get somebody to climb up and try to see what they can see in the distance.
Okay, I am a good climber. However, I would not be able to see much. At the risk of sounding insensitive, Gaziel, how much do you weigh?
I'm very little. Probably about, Jason, 40 pounds? 40 pounds?
Something like that, yep. Probably close to 70, and you have some armor on too, so.
I take my armor off, I climb on your back, and we go up together.
Taking off your armor, unfortunately, is going to take 5 minutes, but then it's another 10 minutes to put it back on, so it's up to you.
What do you all think?
I've got a good carry weight. I'm a fighter.
Can the Kancko not climb a tree?
And the king could not climb a tree.
Why don't we just give it a try? I'll get on your back with my arm on, and we'll see how we go.
Sure, let's give it a try. Why not?
So, wait, let me get this straight. So, Snow is climbing the tree with Gaziel on your shoulders?
Yes. So I'll be feeling around using my blind sight to kind of like get a sense of climbing.
Okay.
Being a tabaxi, I'm a good climber.
Can nobody else climb the tree other than our blind friend?
This is a DM gimme. Your druid is still a wolf spider with climbing.
No, she's
Well,
not. She left it on short
because
rest.
we long rested.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we
Yeah, you're right.
short rested, so I'm not. But I'm trying to find a. Is there a bird creature that I can turn into so that I could just fly?
You can't fly, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right, I can't. So can I just still go with giant wolf spider and just climb up that tree?
Sure.
Okay, then I shall do so.
Okay. You turn back into wolf spider again. That's just make sure you take another wild shape.
Yeah. It's per short rest, so.
Okay.
So I did 2, right?
Yep.
And I will climb up that tree.
Okay, and you have no problem doing so. You guys wait as wolf spider climbs up the tree. It takes a little while. The tree is probably about 100 feet high. You kind of find the highest tree that you can in that area, and you poke out the top of the canopy, and you look across. I'd like you to make an investigation check, please.
Okay. That is a 19.
Sorry, that's a what? Sorry, you cut up there for a second.
19.
19. Okay, with a 19, you can see fairly far. I mean, there are larger kind of areas with trees that are higher than others. You do see some ways, and you're having a bit of a hard time kind of gauging distance. But you imagine probably 10 miles or so across, you see that there is a clearing in the canopy, and a large kind of clearing in the canopy. Actually, it's more like 5 miles northeast. You see that there's a clearing in the canopy.
Okay.
But that's what you see.
Do I see any creatures surrounding it?
No, you see some birds fly from tree to tree, but that's about it.
Okay. So I'll go back down and then shape back to myself. So what I was able to see when I was up there, there is a structure. If my depth perception wasn't deceiving me, there's a clearing about 5 miles northeast from here. There's a large clearing, but that was about it. I believe if there was anything here, that it must be in that direction.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Let us proceed northeast.
Okay.
Then you can help to guide us, can you?
Yes.
Excellent. So I suppose tell me the direction. I will guide the echo, and he will carve the path.
Okay, so am I... would I be able to just lead the group, or would I be able to? Is there a way from the ground to explain the directional paths, seeing as there's no? Did you say there was no?
Yeah, so you can basically stand right behind Snow and speak to him and tell him where to send his echo if you want.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Snow, I'd like you to make a survival check, and Dajarkal, I'd also like you to make a survival check, please.
Okay.
Actually, I'd like you to make a survival check, Dajarkal, and you can add Snow's bonus to that.
Okay, so add +4.
So that's a 19 with a 4.
Okay. You manage to start to traverse the jungle in a northeastern direction. And it's pretty thick. And what this consists of is climbing over rocks, cutting some out of the way, kind of moving through. So you're not kind of all walking. You're kind of all sort of climbing in and out of brambles. There will be like a little open area that you can kind of get a bit, but then you have to climb a bit more, chopping vines as you go. Very dense, very thick. Within a couple miles or so, you come to what appears to be a clearing. Almost like there has been a path sort of carved out on either side of the canopy of the jungle base, basically, and you basically come out onto the broad side of a path that exists, and we'll just set up. It's his echo first, yeah, and then Dajarkel's right behind him.
When we get there, I'm just gonna kind of yell from the back. Sorry, sorry, I seem to have fallen behind a little bit. I didn't realize that this new armor would be so heavy. If you can just give me a minute, I think I can maybe lighten my load a little bit. And I take the baby T-shirt that I had used once as a cap of water breathing.
Yeah.
And I fold it and fashion it into a satchel, and I use my infusion to make it a bag of holding, and then I'm able to stuff in all the heavy rope and all the stuff that had been slowing me down.
How does
Artificers, man.
Next game, we're all artificers.
breaking the game?
Yeah.
Artificers break the game.
I hook it up to my back. That's better. Right.
Okay.
Are we there yet?
What do you put into the bag of holding?
Okay, I have a whole bunch of rope and pittons that we had.
Yeah.
And all of my tools. I have a lot of tools.
Okay. So as you guys watch, you kind of turn around and Bolt takes his rope and he puts almost his whole arm into the satchel, and he's just putting things that seem way too big. Oh, we lost somebody.
I think it was Josh's
It
camera.
was Josh, yeah.
Yeah. Josh's camera.
Okay. Josh, if you could just hide the yeah, there you go. We'll get back there in a sec. At least once per session, this needs to happen.
At least it's close to break this time.
Yeah, it keeps us humble. It's all good. Okay, actually, let's take a break.
All right.
We might as well. As we're kind of close to break. I will take some questions. And let's see. Let me just bring up those questions. And we will also be, when you figure that out, Julian, we'll take we'll announce the winner of the Wildemount digital copy for D&D Beyond. Let's get in here. Questions for Jason. Okay, I think Shad's got a bunch of questions here for me. I'm gonna do there's ones for players and there are some for. Okay, I think these are the ones. All right. All right, first question. What happened to Mel? Isla. And we haven't really talked about it publicly yet. Mel's going to take some time away from the stream. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. But going back to work and all of that sort of thing, she just had to take some time to herself away from on Monday nights, especially with family. And she's got 3 wonderful kids and just needs to really kind of focus on that kind of stuff. So Noura's going to kind of be taking her spot for the rest of this season, and then we'll revisit come the next season of Into the Mist. She'll be greatly missed, but she, I'm sure, is watching tonight, as she usually does, and we support her through this, and she just needed to take some time away. So we're granting her that and thanking her for being here as long as we have, as long as she has been, and hope to see her back soon. Question from Gary Diamonds. Was the COVID Wildemount mask just an idea? Because I would absolutely be interested if it is in production. It was just an idea. We started to kind of look into it, and the process of creating them would have been longer and probably more not as cost effective as we would want. So we kind of passed that idea along, or passed by that idea, but maybe it's something that we might come back to. You never know. David Bastiensen says, have y'all thought about writing a follow-up adventure to the Wildemount hardcover based on your work on the stream? Great idea. We have something maybe brewing in that realm, but doing a hardcover book is difficult because the rights stand obviously with Wizards of the Coast and D&D and Critical Role, and so there's lots of things, moving parts there that would have to be figured out before we could potentially do anything. So we're thinking about something, but we'd have to, again, there's lots of conversations that still need to occur for all of that. Writing Machine asks, any advice for DMing a dark and creepy setting? I'm running a game in the Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Jason. Any advice? Yes. So all the advice I could probably give you is in Into the Mist. That is a very dark and creepy setting. The one thing I would say is it's really important with any dark and creepy setting. Oh my goodness, Christina has a kitten. Oh my goodness. She just stole
baby Snow.
She just stole the
Snow has babies.
Oh,
like a little snowball.
Oh. So cute.
Julian is going full cat dad right now, by the way.
That's great. That's funny. All right, back to the answer to the question. The only thing I would say is that you have to make sure that you balance dark with light. So even in Into the Mist, we have very kind of fun characters who have a lot of comedy and a lot of kind of high points, and even within Barovia and Curse of Strahd, there's a lot of comedy that exists in the NPCs and some of the more lighthearted characters. So just make sure, because if it's all dark all the time, the players will feel that at the table. You need balance in there. So that's what I would suggest. I'm going to answer one more question here, and then Joel, you can take it from there.
Sounds good.
With the rest of them. What sizes item can you put in a bag of holding? Adam, do you know? According to the rules, I know you have the rules right there.
You should know, Adam.
Yeah, it says roughly 2 feet in diameter in the mouth and 4 feet deep. The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. The bag weighs 15 pounds, regardless of its contents. Retrieving an item requires an action. So yeah, I'm just looking because I don't think there's a way to assign gear to the bag of holding that I can find in D&D Beyond.
No.
I have a question about this actually. I'm less than 64 cubic feet and I'm under 500 pounds and I can hold my breath for an hour. Can I go in the bag for an hour?
Yeah, you can.
You can absolutely try.
Well, isn't the problem just that I can't breathe?
Oh, we'd have to find that out.
Actually,
I might read about it first.
Or it's more fun just to try and stream.
Yeah.
A Kancko would fit easily.
Yeah.
The opening.
We can kill two birds with one stone.
Oh dear. Oh, okay, Dave. Joel, take it from there. I'm just gonna take a bio break.
All right. Okay, some more questions here. Where was Plunkrawk last week? No, that's not a real question. I'm just going to the next one. How do you get into the drawing for the Wildemount book and for the Mithril spinners? You can just go, I believe, Josh, you can correct me if I'm wrong, or Julian can. But I believe you can do like exclamation mark giveaway, and I think it will.
Yeah.
The mods can, and then the information about the giveaways will come up into the stream, and that's the best way to kind of get the information about them. So you just type the mods can kind of make sure that bubbles up into the stream. If you look at it, you'll see it. The chat on the stream specifically, that's what I'm talking about. Next question, which is right here. I saw it here. How did all of the RealmSmith crew come together? Did you know each other prior to forming the crew or meet through later collaboration? Okay, I've answered this question several times, but here's, in a nutshell, how it all happened. Okay, Jason and I. Jason was, he worked as a game designer for my company that made games for Facebook. And then I fired him. And then... and then he started RealmSmith live streaming. This is many years later. We met at a charity that we were working together, and we met up, and he invited me to come play Dungeons & Dragons at his garage. Loved it so much, and that's where I kind of connected with the other guys. At this point in time, I think it was already underway where Brandon and Jason had already started playing D&D together, correct, Brandon? And Dave, but I don't like to mention Dave in stories because then he takes all the attention.
I've known Jay for 23 years. You know that? I've known him since I was a little weenie bopper.
I'm so glad you added that.
Not the term.
That's not a word. So then we decided to. Okay, Christina, I'm trying to answer questions, and the cat is literally playing the cutest game you can play with the cat, which is get the iPod or the AirPod dangly thing.
Her square is way more interesting than yours.
So that's how it went down. And then all the rest of them found their way on the stream, okay? And then there was a cat, and that's what won in the end, the cat. No, but then just so that you guys all know how Noura kind of joined into the crew, so to speak, as a guest. But then she's been such an awesome kind of she's been such a great guest, and now you're such a part of the family, Noura.
Thank you
so much. And so, but how that happened was we asked Noura to come and guest with us at a GaryCon event 2 years ago, or a year and a bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we met, and we became friends. And then she agreed to come on the streams that we were playing as a guest, and then now we're just playing every week.
Yay!
It's so fun. But that's RealmSmith in a nutshell. There are other things, but I'm missing everything because of the cat. Okay, other question. Is Christina's familiar celestial, fey, or fiend? At this point, I'm going to say fiend.
I have to ask the cat.
Oh, yeah, we have to ask the cat. We have to ask the cat.
You want to ask the cat? He's right there.
They want to know what the name of the cat is. Is it Snow?
That would have been such a good idea, but its name is Sully, like from Monsters Inc. Yeah.
Sully's he's a great character. What is Christina's kitten's name? Is it Snow? No. Okay, so we answered that. I was asked twice.
They just love him.
I know. Do you play D&D? Do you always play D&D, or do you play other games together too? We play games of wit together when we're not playing D&D, and I think
we play foosball. Joel and I play a lot of foosball.
Dave over there and I, we play some foosball at work. I'm terribly it doesn't matter. I'm way better than him. And then others of us have played different sessions of different games when we go to cons.
The answer's no. Like, we don't really play anything else. I mean, you're trying to make it sound like we do a lot of stuff together, but we don't really. The previous question is like, how long have we known each other? It's like, we just kind of hooked up recently. So no, we don't play.
So not true. Just such a liar. Okay, question for Adam. Thank you, because if it's me and Dave, then it all goes downhill. Do you remember Bayshore Hobbies near McMaster? If not, have you or any other players thought of reaching out to local shops for sponsorship? Black Knight Games, for example. Well, we haven't yet, but we will now.
Yeah. I didn't go to McMaster. I'm not familiar with that shop.
Yeah. Because Hamilton, I guess, how do they know where you live, Adam? That's the question.
Oh, yeah. How do you know? I don't know.
We have to end now. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
You have been doxxed.
Okay, so why doesn't Bolt? This is from this username is taken underline sad. Why doesn't Bolt just make a bag of holding and sell it for gold?
I suppose he could, but I think he's too proud of his own inventions to be able to give up on selling them like that.
Hey, what the?
Did I just watch your guitar tip over?
Yes, you did. That was David.
There's a bee trapped in here with us, and I'm trying to free it, and I knocked over his guitar.
In the cage that we're in, there's a bee stuck inside of this.
I killed the bee with dissonant whispers.
They were not so dissonant. They were just, please stay away. How many more episodes of Wildemount are there? Does anyone know that exactly? We'll be running into the summer for sure, and
if this is episode 10, were we going to do 13?
2 more or 3 more? I think there's 3 more. 2 or 3 more.
Doing 13.
I'm not sure.
Pretty sure. Positive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 13. Dave is very afraid of bees. Just for the record, if y'all want to send something special in the mail to Dave, bees
and bananas
and bananas as well.
Yeah. Dave hates bananas.
He's really he's like, actually, hey guys.
The bee's stuck in. There's another one. Why are we in this?
They're reproducing.
I have a laptop. I'm getting out of here.
Okay, just open the screen.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Forget it.
Okay. Will Noura do a game recap?
Why do we have this net?
With this telephonic.
The bees are all trapped inside.
It's to keep the bees inside.
Forget it.
Okay, I'm asking the real question now, Dave. Please quieten down ever so slightly.
I'm gonna play from over here.
Yeah, do it. Will Noura do a game recap in the telephonic help voice at some point? You should definitely do that at some point.
I would be happy to assist you in those further endeavors. Please send me your recaps so that I may read them in this voice. Thank you.
Okay, that's a done deal right there.
That's incredible.
That's a done deal. After hearing, this is from Mr. Carrot, and sorry, I'm forgetting your names, folks. I'm distracted. There are bees, and Dave, afraid of bees. It's just all kinds of things wrong. Mr. Carrot asks, after hearing about how much Snow had on the Discord chat, are the rest of you thinking of joining in when, if you get back to Darktoe? So Plunkrawk appeared in the Discord chat and kind of did some appearances and then has left. Now, who has been? It's definitely you who's been the most active, right, Brandon? Kind of going into the Discord and kind of chatting with the other characters.
I've done a lot there. I think Josh and Julian have done way more.
That might be true. That might be true, actually.
Yeah. I loved it. That was a really fun week.
Yeah, super fun.
It's a super fun community to get involved with. So I do really recommend it if you ever have the time.
Best community I've ever been involved with, bar none.
Yeah, so fun.
100%.
Yeah, we've got the best folks in there. It's really fun. It's too bad we're not there now. We're trying to be as sound from a storytelling perspective as possible. So obviously we can only participate in those channels while we're there, unless there's some magical element that comes into play. But right now there isn't. So expect us to, though, kind of develop some of the locations and lore to kind of participate in more of the map. Let's call it that way. Let's put it that way. More of the map as we go along with the Revelry Pirates and Discord RP. It's still really remarkable that there are so many people RPing on Discord with us.
One of the guys in the Discord has actually been building his own map of Darktoe with like all the locations that we've named, all the different storefronts. It's awesome.
So cool. That's amazing.
Amazing.
Deacon Blues Hamilton says, comment, we have him. He has a mutual friend with you. That's why he asked that earlier, the question, in case you wanted to know.
So that you know he's not creepy.
Not creepy. Yeah, Deacon Blues Hamilton says, I'm too old to be a stalker. Lol. So thank you. Thank you,
You're
Deacon
never
Blues
too old
Hamilton.
to be a stalker.
Yeah, stick with your dreams, man.
Whoa, wait.
You're not a quitter. Don't worry about it.
Well, can you get rid of the bees so I can come back? Because the mosquitoes out here are pretty bad.
You got to take your lumps, Dave.
Like, definitely get bit by the mosquitoes or maybe get bit by the bees.
Dude, there's no bees anymore. Just.
That's a lie.
Okay, question. If you're stuck in a cage, how will the mosquitoes get you for RP? Night Road, thank you for the question. I'm not sure what it means, but it's very funny, regardless, given the situation. Okay, I think that is...
It's right there.
I think that is... Oh, okay, I'll get it for you, Dave. Don't worry, I'll get it for you.
It's right there.
It's like...
I like that voice is coming through on Joel's mic, though. That's how upset Dave is.
Okay. David Bastianson. David Bastianson. Sorry for bastardizing your name. Question. The group has now played in the Forgotten Realms and Wildemount. Is there any other setting in which you want to play? We've played in one other setting, which is a setting that was built by Brandon, called Alune, and it's awesome. So we'll have some more news about that in the not so distant future. But yes, so any other settings? I have really enjoyed the cyberpunk, although this is not a Dungeons and Dragons game. I haven't enjoyed watching the cyberpunk stuff that Noura and Jason were part of. So I wouldn't mind playing like a sci-fi futuristic post-apocalyptic world. That would be kind of fun.
Super fun.
Yeah, it seems super fun. Anyone else? Any other worlds? There's
really
so
want
many.
to try Dark Sun. I recently read through Dune, the first one. So good, and I think like after reading that, I'm like, Dark Sun sounds awesome because I think it's kind of inspired by Dune, it just. Yeah.
There's a new Dune movie coming out. So pumped.
I hope it's good.
Me too. It's done by the French director who did The Professional, and I forget his name now. Starts with a B, last name. Doesn't matter.
Starts with a B.
Ends with a B for Dave. He might be allergic. I don't know. Let me try to find another question. Does Dave know there's more bees out of the cage than inside the cage?
I'm fine with free roam bees that are like enjoying nature.
You like
but they don't want to be trapped in here with us and our watermelon.
So what you're saying is you enjoy freebies. You like
Oh,
you like freebies.
Good one, Brandon.
I've been hanging out with that one.
Well done. Question. I know that Joel and Adam have previously voice acted, but I'm curious if any other of the cast earn a living part to full-time doing voice work. Very talented bunch. Well, I mean, there's the incomparable Noura Ibrahim, who has done, I'm sure, some voice work. Yes. Of course, Ingress. God, Come on, guys, Ingress.
Still doing that. I don't know when we'll be back because of quarantine, but still on, contractually still a part of it. So I'll let you know when things are back to speed with that game.
Yeah, I need to have you on the Players Table show so that you can talk to us about that whole world of like being a voice actor with like a company like Niantic who made like Pokemon Go, and they make
I'd love
Ingress.
to.
So cool. They were bought like by Google, and then they were like not bought by Google, and there's like all kinds of weird, awesome things there.
Well, what I find more interesting is they're immersive, because it's not just voice work and not just screen work. Like you go out during their live events, and you are basically LARPing your character all weekend. Like, you don't turn it off, and people address you as that character.
That's crazy.
And you have to be like down with all the lore, because they will get into it with you.
Yeah.
And that's to me been part of the most like interesting part of that experience.
So one of our coworkers that works at the TV station that Adam and Christina and I and Dave and Brandon work at, it's kind of a little tidbit of info there, is one of Canada's leading Ingress players. She's, Heather.
Wow.
Yeah, she plays Ingress and has like so many accomplishments in English. In Ingress.
Amazing.
Yeah, so
Because
I know,
it's a lot of field work. Like,
yeah.
you don't just like, you're out in the world.
Yep, she
with your
does.
Squad.
That's what she does for exercise, is like with the squad, going out every single week, and her husband accomplishing Ingress tasks.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
cool. Okay. I'm looking for. I think we're done here, Jay. If you want to jump back in anytime.
Yeah, totally. So we just we have a winner for the Explorer's Guide to Wildemount digital copy for D&D Beyond, and that is Vixen 450. Congratulations, Vixen 450. We will send you a code to download that copy. She is very active in our chat and in our community, so thank you for being an active community member, and congratulations on that. We're also going to do a giveaway at the end. Again, there's 2 more. If you're active in the chat and you are a tier 2 or higher, you have a chance to win the 4th and final spot in our private game with our cast and crew. And also a Mithril Armory spinner set in a case. So in order to... is that all set up? Ready to go? No. Yeah, Josh, is that all ready? We're not going to draw, just to make sure that if they're putting that information...
the code is there.
Okay, so the code is Spinners. SPINNERS. And you can add that into the chat. If you add it twice, you will be disqualified, and you will be entered to win a set of Mithril spinners and a case to go along with them. Awesome.
Jay, tonight I'm using a version 2 prototype of the next version of the spinner.
What?
It's really cool.
Dave, you cannot show it.
I can't. I 3D printed it, all the pieces today, and got it together, and it's really awesome.
Really cool.
So I can't wait to show, but I can't show yet.
Just teasing us, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, it's really cool, though.
But we can see it after the stream, right?
No.
Maybe. I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Okay. Are you guys ready to dive back in?
Ready.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So.
Your mic's muted, Joel.
I have one announcement to make. Sorry, Jay.
Yeah.
Because we have to get orders in for the Mithril spinners. By the end of the week, they're headed to our warehouse. If you want a Mithril spinner, just go to mithrilarmory.com. This is the last week to get them.
Okay.
Because we have to close off the Kickstarter account. I just want to make sure everyone knew. That's it.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So you guys have stepped into what appears to be a bit of a pathway that has been cut through the jungle foliage. And it extends to the left and to the right of you. But there is thick, dense jungle on either side of that. And we can bring up that table cam. There we go. Again, shout out to Dwarven Forge for the awesome jungle stuff. All right. Your echo comes out in front. I would like you to make a perception check, Snow, through your echo.
Sure. These are on fire. That's 24.
Whoa. Okay, one moment, please. Okay. To your left, you see emerging around the corner a young, what appears to be tribal boy. light kind of brown skin, already in his teens, maybe 13, 14 years old, with tattoos already starting to form kind of on his shoulders and up his neck, and a couple on his face. He is wearing kind of rough leather skin, carrying a spear, and he looks terrified as he kind of runs. He sees your echo, and he stops. And you can hear what you hear from this, and Dajarkal, you see it as well out of the corner of your eye, because he's not making any point of being quiet whatsoever. In fact, Snow, Dajarkal, and Gaziel, you see this. But Snow, you hear the trampling. He comes to stop right in front of you, basically your position, or just to the left of your position, and his eyes are wide. He's covered in sweat as if he's been running from something. And from behind him steps out this lizard-like creature that stands on 2 feet or 2 legs and has 2 hands out in front with these large curved claws and this massive snout full of razor-sharp teeth. At that moment, too, Snow, you hear sounds in the jungle around you that are similar to the movement that this creature is making. I would like you all to roll initiative. One moment, please.
Christina, I thought you were turning that to the 2. I was like, oh no.
That would be the worst reveal ever.
Thinking anybody that's played through Fallen Order, at least the first box from Fallen Order, this is familiar.
Snow?
13.
Plunkrawk?
8. Sorry. It's muted.
Bolt?
10.
Dajarkal?
12.
Bacalhau?
22.
Gaziel?
I got a natural 20 plus 1, so 21.
Ooh. Janice?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bacalhau, you are up. And obviously the party comes to a stop, and you can see the boy. You can't quite see... and you can see this creature who is basically the height of the boy. Almost like 3/4 of the height of you. And kind of stops as it starts to smell the air, but is zeroed in on this boy. What do you do?
Did you say we heard some around us in the woods?
Not you. Only Snow.
Fine. And this thing is definitely, it's trying to eat this guy. It's not his pet.
Insight check.
I've killed pets before in campaigns, so it doesn't go well. 15.
Yeah, you can tell that this boy is scared crapless. The boy stops, looks at you, then looks back and doesn't know which way to go and is just terrified of both possibilities.
I'll quickly look at Gaziel and say, is he a friend? Do we help him?
He looks so scared, yes.
Okay, I run with my staff.
Yeah.
My quarter staff. Two-handed towards this thing. Can I reach it?
How? No.
30 feet? I can't get there in 30 feet?
He can move diagonally. They can move diagonal in 5e. So
can I reach him?
10, 15. No, you're 5 feet short.
Okay. So I run towards him.
Yeah.
As fast as I can, and then... Okay. Well,
you're running towards the creature, right?
Yeah, towards the creature. Yeah. And I'll cast Burning Hands, which is a Dex 13 saving throw.
What's the range on Burning Hands?
I hold your hands. I hold my hands with my thumbs touching and fingers spread, and a thin sheet of flames shoot forth from my outstretched fingertips.
Yep.
Oh! Each creature in a 15-foot cone Must make a dexterity saving throw. Can I aim it away from the boy?
Yeah, you're past the boy at this point. Like you ran, not right past them, but you're past the boy.
Good. That's good. So it's a 13 dex saving throw.
Okay, it passed.
It passed, so he'll take half damage, which is 3d6.
Ouch.
What? 3 6s. Thank you, D&D Beyond. That's ring damage.
That's hilarious. Basically, it ignites, and the ground and the jungle around it ignites as well. And it's basically jumping as it starts to char and bubble and crack and scream. Not quite dead yet, but it's not okay.
Shoo, shoo.
You say shoo, shoo?
Yeah.
Okay. Gaziel, you're up. Janice, you're on deck.
I'm really far from this creature, right?
You can get there in one. What's your movement? 25.
Yeah.
You could get beside Bacalhau. That's as far as you could get.
Okay, I'll run towards him.
Okay. Oh no. 5, 10, 15, 20. She's behind Bacalhau.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get to basically about there. Where would you like to go from there?
And then I'd like to go towards that lizard character.
Okay, well, you're as far as you can move. Is there anything else you'd like to, an action you'd like to do?
Oh, and am I 10 feet away from him?
10 feet? No. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I'd say 10 feet.
Okay, then I'm going to channel divinity and use nature's wrath. And what that is as an action, you can cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet of you.
Nice. Okay.
The creature must succeed on a strength or dex throw. 14.
Okay.
Okay.
It passes. So vines creep up and try and grasp it, and it, unfortunately, also with the fire that's going on, it's just it's clawing, and they're not able to make purchase on this creature. Okay, Janice, you're up.
I will walk out into the clearing if I can.
Yep. What's your movement?
30.
You can make it right to the boy. You make it basically just past the boy. And as you pass, he holds his spear up really scared in place and kind of watches you as you come into striking distance.
I'll snarl back at him.
At the boy?
And then throw, then throw a javelin at the raptor.
Give me an intimidation check.
Okay. That's a 19.
Yeah, a little pee trickles down the little boy's leg.
I laugh.
As he kind of scared, and his legs start to shake as he holds his spear in your direction.
Oh, you're not been taught right, boy.
Okay. You throw a spear at the what?
The javelin at the raptor.
Okay.
That's a 17 to hit.
That's a hit.
Yeah. 5 points of damage.
Yeah. You skewer this creature, and it falls dead and pinned to the ground with your spear. Okay.
And the boy said, "Well, that's how you use a spear."
Is he still on fire?
Yeah. Well, it's still charred and kind of burning around in the area. There's a lot of humidity and moisture in the jungle, so it's starting to fizzle. There's a lot of smoke. That's been caused. Not really, not so much. But at this point, 2 of these creatures jump out from either side of the jungle with their claws and their feet up in the air as they both pounce onto Bacalhau from either side.
Clever girl.
Very good. What's your armor class again, Bacalhau?
17.
Okay. The first one comes down with a bite, and you take 6 points of piercing damage as it bites into your shoulder. It comes across with its leg claws, with these long, and they are raptors, with its claw, and misses with this claw, but you take the 6 points. The other one gets advantage because now its mate is in, or it's not mate. That's weird. Its friend is in distance.
I'd be jealous if it was his mate.
You take another 3 points of damage as he goes to bite and bites onto your shell, kind of to hold on, but slashes you with its claw. So that's 12 points in all, right? I said no. Sorry, what did I say? 3 point. What did I say? 3 and 6. Okay, 9 points. Okay. Sorry. Snow, you're up. Dajarkal, you're on deck.
All right. In defense of my friend, I'm gonna send my Echo forward to attack one of the raptors.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go approach the other one as close as I can get.
Okay. So you come up beside Bacalhau. That's fine, and you manage to close in on both. Okay. I'd like you to make a perception check.
Sure.
Tap the screen.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Tap the screen. You have no problem kind of navigating who's around and who's in the space, and able to kind of figure out who foe and who. And these things smell like rancid, kind of moist lizards, basically.
Gross.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm attacking with the Echo.
Yeah.
And I myself am just going to stand there. So the Echo's using the scimitars. That is 19 and 18 to hit.
That's a hit. Those are hits.
And that's 5 points of damage total. Sorry, 8 points of damage total.
Okay. To which one?
To the one that the Echo is next to.
Okay. 9 points. And this Echo just starts slashing into it, and blood is beginning to pour out of its wounds. You're not able to attack as well, right? It's just your Echo?
Just either me or my Echo on turn, unless I use a different ability.
Okay, Dajarkal, you're up. Both you're on deck.
I'm going to wild shape into a wolf.
Okay.
And we'll attack the nearest one next to me.
Okay.
And then is somebody within 5 feet? Do I get advantage?
Yep.
With pack tactics? Okay.
Yep. Snow is within 5 feet. You all see this wolf bound out of the jungle, and circle Snow and start to attack this raptor.
So that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And that is 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Very nice. You manage. Go ahead.
It has another. Now must succeed on a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Very good. What's the saving throw?
11.
It fails.
Woo! Take that.
And it is this wolf takes it down and takes a massive chunk out of the quad of this raptor. Both of them not doing well at all. Bolt, you're up. Plunkrawk, you're on deck.
Okay. So seeing as now the one that's knocked prone is harder to hit, I'm going to aim my lightning launcher towards the other wolf and attack it. It's 16 to hit.
Okay. It's a hit.
And 12 lightning damage.
Okay, and you finish it off easily.
One down.
Plunk, you're up.
So I'm going to. How far is Bacalhau from me? I can't really tell from the top.
Some 30 feet, 40 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to do my full distance.
Okay, 25.
Run up to. No, I do full 30. I think. Yeah, full 30.
Okay.
And I'm going to reach Bacalhau and then put my hands on the back of his shell.
Yeah.
And then cure wounds on him at second level.
Okay.
And as I'm doing it, I'm going to say, "Can your friends do this?" And then cure him with 8 points of health.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Awesome. You can take that. And currently the boy is kind of surrounded, doesn't know where to go. Is kind of looking kind of almost maybe for a way out, but doesn't necessarily know how to react right now as you're kind of killing the things that were killing him. But one of your members just growled at him, so he's not too sure. Bacalhau, you're up.
Okay, is
Gaziel, you're on deck. What's that?
Is one of them still on my back?
No, it's prone on the ground beside you, to your left.
Okay.
And it's not looking good.
I'd like to try to...
I'm getting an echo from you guys. I don't know if Joel can maybe mute.
Oh, sorry, that's me.
That guy over there.
My bad.
I think I kind of... Are we in this, like, in this clearing? Is the temple here?
Not that you can see. You just see this path that's been cut through the jungle.
I was going to try to talk to, like, Grappleth. You know, I'm just going to kill him. We got the boy. Okay, I'm going to double-handed take out my staff.
Yep.
And I'm going to smash him.
Yeah, you get advantage on that because he's on the ground and prone.
Okay. So that's a terrible one. Good thing I have advantage. It's not much better. I rolled a 6 and then a 10. So I'll say, "This is for damaging my shell." and I'll try to hit him with a 10.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's squirming around as it's kind of pinned to the ground, and you miss it and you hit the ground, the forest ground, and it reverberates through your staff in your hand.
Yeah. Dude, does he get an attack of opportunity if I leave his space and he's prone?
Does he? Yeah, I'd imagine he would.
Oh. Okay, I'll just look at the end of my staff like...
Gaziel, you're up. Janice, you're on deck.
I'm gonna turn to Bacalhau and say, "This is how it's actually done." And then take my sword and do the exact same movement right into the creature.
Okay, roll a 20.
Okay.
With advantage?
With it, what does that mean again?
Roll it twice, take the highest.
Oh, okay, good. Oh my gosh, it's a 4.
So she comes down, she says, "This is how you do it," and she comes down to smash this raptor in the head. And again, it's wriggling, and she misses, and it hits the ground. Sparks fly because it hit a rock.
And I want to say that's what I did.
And I'm just gonna look at him and like pretend to slap him across the face, but not actually because I want to hurt him.
Janice, you're up.
I'm gonna look to the boy and say, "Sorry, lad, we got here. It seems." And I'm gonna tap his spear and say, "What are you planning to do with that?"
What are you trying to do at this? Like, what are you trying to convey?
I'm just trying to keep him here.
Okay, persuasion check, please.
Oh. That is a 17.
Okay. With a 17, he has his spear out. As soon as you tap it, he kind of looks at you like he doesn't quite understand what you're saying, or at all understand what you're saying. And he mumbles something in a language you don't understand, and he kind of lowers the spear and kind of just holds it tight to his chest.
Hey, there, be a good boy now. No, be my turn.
Okay. This raptor still kind of flailing around on the ground reaches out to attack Dajarkal and just snaps at your paw as you move it out of the way. Snow, you're up. Dajarkal, you're on deck.
All right. So my echo is still beside one, right?
Yep. No, it's not. Sorry. No, it's behind. No, it's off to the side. You'd have to move it all the way around. You're beside one.
All right. Is that the one that everybody's missing?
Yes. It's the only one left.
So I'm going to go up to it myself and say, this is how you do it.
The blind guy. I love it.
All right. So that's a 23 and a 12 to hit.
Okay.
That's
So
how you do it.
he turns around hit the scimitar, and you drive it into the ground, and basically into its neck. And then with the other scimitar, he actually skewers it. He lifts it up, flips his scimitar around so the raptor head is on top, and he bats it off with his other scimitar. And it kind of rolls and bounces into the jungle.
I turn to Gaziel and I'll say, "That's why he's our leader."
There you go. Shut up, Bacalhau.
All right. Combat is now complete, and you are standing around a scared, teenaged boy who, at this point, has his spear up close, doesn't necessarily know what to do, and is kind of looking around at all of you who have now kind of closed in.
I'll use prestidigitation to clean up the pee on his leg.
Sorry?
I'd like to use prestidigitation to clean up the pee.
Okay.
And I'll say, "That's better."
He kind of looks down as you wave your hand and you mutter the somatic. You mutter the verbal incantation. All of a sudden, he looks at his leg and he kind of looks up at you, confused and kind of looking around, still scared.
We've all done it.
I'm gonna go towards him because I feel like I'm the least intimidating and probably his height.
Yep.
After seeing you miss, I'd agree.
And I'm gonna just kind of just rub his back comfortingly and say, like, kind of with my hands, "Who are you? Who are you?"
Okay, persuasion check, please.
Okay.
And while she's doing that, Jay,
Yeah.
I'm just going to mutter a little song to myself, going, "This is how we do it." Just like trying to piece a hit song together.
Like
and then,
Right.
yeah.
Also, at the same time, I'll kind of go over, but be more of like a dog-like, and just like, and just like, kind of nuzzle him.
Okay. All right. So Gaziel, what'd you roll?
I got a 21.
Okay. All right. With the 21, as you place your hand on his shoulder, he flinches and he turns and sees you, and your eyes kind of meet, and you're at the same height, more or less. You're actually a little shorter than he is. Quite a bit shorter, actually, than he is. If he's 12, 13 years old, you're about maybe half a foot shorter than he is. And he kind of turns towards you and brings his spear up, and then he kind of looks into your eyes and sees that you're trying to communicate with him nicely. Dajarkal, I'd like you to make a persuasion check as you're trying to kind of persuade him to calm down a little bit.
Cool. So what persuasion would I use? Like, what? Let me see. What stat is that for?
It'll be under your
charisma.
Skill. Yeah.
Oh boy. Wolves are not very charismatic.
No.
13.
You don't maintain your charisma? I thought you maintain charisma, intelligence, and wisdom.
Charisma, wisdom, intelligence. Yeah.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, scratch that.
He might.
Let me see. I see what you did there. 16.
Okay. And he flinches, and he's really super on edge right now, but he seems to think that he's getting the understanding, the idea that you guys are kind of here to, you were here to help him. And as you say something, he goes, and he mutters something back in a language that you don't understand.
I guess, what do we do? He doesn't understand us.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Can I attempt to, and I will attempt to repeat his words exactly back to him, but in a question form? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get him to speak more.
Yeah. So you can mimic exactly anything that you hear. So, but I would like you to make a performance check, please. And he looks kind of the equivalent of like Polynesian descent in our world.
Yeah, so that's a 23.
Okay. The 23, you ask him back, and he says, he responds again in a language. Biro sodo mara tu go away.
Miro soro kara tu go away.
And he kind of looks confused.
Okay.
So nobody knows this language at all?
Yeah, can we tell?
Does anyone know Kino? No, nobody knows Kino. So no.
Okay.
Can we just try asking him questions in the languages we know?
You absolutely can.
Okay, I just want to say, like, we're friends, and I want to say it in I know Common, Aquan, and Elvish.
Okay, so you start rhyming off. What's the question?
Just that we're friends.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say, and I'll go through the languages that I know, which are only those three, just to see if he knows one of the other ones.
Yeah, there's kind of confusion in his face, and he says he kind of looks. He looks at you, and he puts his hand on his chest, and he says, "Odo."
Oh.
Bacalhau.
And he kind of starts to nod a bit.
And I'll point to Snow, Gaziel, Bolt, and then Puppy, the wolf.
And he kind of looks at Janice and kind of like is kind of afraid of him, but looks around at the rest of you and starts to kind of like, and his eyes go wide as he sees Bolt and as he's kind of glimmering in the little bit of sunlight that's coming through the canopy, especially in this path that has been opened up to the sky. And it has been, it's been about an hour since you've landed on this island at this point. Because you've only gone 2 miles or so.
There's one more thing I want to say to him. I want to do like a praying motion.
Yeah.
And go, Ukatoa?
Ukatoa.
Ukatoa.
Ukatoa. And he immediately gets on his knees and he begins to do like a praying kind of motion.
Is he facing
and then covers head. No, he just dropped to the ground and did it.
Okay. I'm going to mimic his actions. Well, kind of keep an eye on him, kind of mimicking as if like I'm also there to worship Ukatoa.
Yeah.
Then I don't know how I'm going to signal to him a temple. Maybe I'll take a couple of like some silver pieces out.
Yeah.
And make the praying thing, and then like look around. Like,
okay.
Ukatoa?
Yeah. Give me a performance check.
14.
He kind of like he doesn't quite understand. But, and then he goes like this. He goes,
"What does he do? Oh, the money? Oh, okay. So I'll give him one of the silver pieces. I don't know."
And he grabs it and he looks at it and puts it in a little pouch that he has on his belt.
I think you just got robbed.
No, it's working. And I want to ask, man, why can't I remember Joel's character's name? Plunkrawk. I say, you try it. You're good at this stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you go get robbed too.
Am I able to take like my sword and draw what I've seen in my vision of the temple on the ground?
Very good. Make a, I would say, make a performance check with advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where?
Okay, I got a 19.
Okay. With the 19, you start to, and he looks at you and he's like, Ukatoa. Ukatoa.
Ukatoa.
Ukatoa.
Mm-hmm.
Ukatoa.
Ukatoa. Yes.
And then he looks at all of you and he says,
It's a little hard for us to see.
Yeah.
oh,
there you go.
I think he's hungry.
Yes.
Food. Does anybody have food to give this little child?
I have 3 whole raptors right here.
And as you kind of point down at the raptors, he goes, oh, sukubutoba.
Did we want to cook them? I could start a little bonfire if we needed.
So does anybody have rations?
I have some rations. I can give him some rations.
Yes.
A meal's worth.
Yes.
Okay, so you give him some?
Yeah, so I pull out some rations and I hold them out
Yep.
in his general direction.
Oh, he takes them. Okay. And he takes a little bit of a corner of one and kind of tastes it a little bit, and then he puts the rest into a pouch.
Okay.
And then he pulls out a one sec. He pulls out a what appears to be one sec, sorry.
You have my silver back?
He pulls out a piece of like gnarled yellow root that has been cut, almost like ginger, but bright yellow. And it's about this size. And he kind of pulls it out and he offers it to Snow with 2 hands.
So I don't see that that he's doing that. Do I
Sorry,
get any
yeah,
sense
you guys
that
all
he's
see
doing
that. Yeah, you guys all see
Oh,
that.
he's offering you something.
Can I quickly examine this root before he takes it to know if it's like, instant death poison root?
Nature check, please.
While they're doing that, I'm just gonna start a quick bonfire off to the side, just in case we need it.
Okay.
Just put it together. Yeah.
Bonfire lights next to you guys on the path.
Just in case. Just in case.
Sorry, what was that nature check?
I got a 5, so no, I'm not sure what this is, but you might want to not eat it all at once.
Well,
Can I describe it to
I'm
him?
not
Is he-
sure. I'm sure that it's not food. Otherwise, he would not have asked us for food. Perhaps this is an offering meant for their god.
Oh, am I able to use a spell here to detect poison?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my detect poison spell and detect poison and disease.
Okay, so but you can, I think you can you detect poison in a, can you read the spell? Because I think you can detect, yeah, just if you could.
It said, for the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You can also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood and dirt.
Interesting. Okay. You kind of concentrate for a second, and as you open your eyes, things in the you get a feeling from looking at certain things within your vicinity, and they almost have like a haze, a glowy haze around them, and you see a number of plants actually throughout the fauna that is, or the flora, I should say, that are clearly poisonous. Little bushes, little berries, things like that. With the root itself, you don't see that there is any sort of poison in it.
Okay. Snow, I used my spell and it seems like it's okay.
Okay, so I accept the root. Can I smell it to see if I can tell if it's some sort of a spice that I might have used in the kitchen?
Absolutely.
Like
give me a
turmeric
nature
or
check.
something?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Sure. It's 12.
Yeah. With the 12, it doesn't smell, it smells earthy, kind of like a root vegetable would, but nothing that you recognize.
All right. And is it really firm like a root vegetable? Do I get the impression it needs to be boiled or braised or something?
Yeah, like it's almost like a carrot.
Okay.
So it's tender enough that you could eat it like a carrot.
All right.
And he says, toga.
Okay, so I'll give it a little nibble.
Okay. It tastes sweet, actually. Almost like a carrot would.
Okay. It tastes like a carrot to me.
And he says, toga, toga, toga. And he kind of pushes it up towards your mouth.
You're eating it.
Well, I am not sure if I should eat the whole thing here.
Toga,
I was
toga,
thinking
toga,
maybe I
toga.
would save some for later.
Toga, toga. And he takes out a big morsel of your food and eats it. Toga.
Okay, at this point, Jay, I'm going to cast Comprehend Language.
Now?
You had that the whole time.
Yes.
I think toga means eat. Just...
Okay.
So I guess I'm in a bit of a cultural bind here. I don't want to be rude.
Snow. If you eat it, we're here to protect you. It's not poisonous, but if it's some sort of hallucinogenic, then we will be by your side.
And ask him where you can get some more.
All right. Well, I suppose you only live 9 times, and so
Yeah.
I'll take a great big bite.
Yeah, it's good. And it's actually quite good. And he says, toga. And you understand him to say, Joel, he says, eat it. It will make you strong.
Okay. See, the problem and why I chose this spell when I started with Plunk was that I wanted to be able to understand because I couldn't speak. But the problem is I can't repeat things that are translated in my head because I can only mimic things. So even if I want to, I can't tell them what it means.
Yes, that's true.
Good use of a spell slot, though.
So he's not content with just the big bite, right?
No, doesn't look like that.
All right. I'm going for Brooke then. I'll eat the whole thing.
Okay. All right. So you down it. And as you start to eat it, you feel strength actually begin to and vitality begin to fill kind of your system, and you get 6 temporary hit points over and above your existing hit points.
Sorry, how many?
6.
It froze for me. 6?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. This is really good stuff, everybody. I feel great.
Tibo Tobara. And you hear him say, it'll make you strong.
All right, so I'll motion a thank you.
Ukatoa.
Okay. Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
Can I point to the other people in the party and go and basically repeat the phrase he just said about make you strong?
Yeah.
To the other party members. Ora bada. And I point to everyone else. Does he have any more?
He says, Busidire, which means, no, I don't have any more.
I'm quite curious as to why he gave it to you. I wonder if he saw that you needed strength in some way. Snow?
Maybe he saw me using the echo and did not see me do much at all until the end. Maybe. Perhaps it is just a thank you for the food that I gave to him.
Perhaps.
Social ritual.
Old-fashioned tradesies.
Yes, of course. I
I
suppose
cleaned up
this is
his
a good way
tea,
to
and
make
maybe he'll
friends.
do the same for me when I...
So maybe.
Do you
Should
think
we...
you could get him to take us to his home?
Perhaps. I do not know how to ask. Would one of you be able to maybe sign or something to get him to understand the word home? We could guide him there and protect him.
Sleep?
Wasn't
Yes,
he
maybe-
to the temple?
I should have.
He's looking at everybody making different symbols, and he's not quite sure who to follow.
I'm going half into my shell and then coming back out.
Yeah. He's a little confused.
Can I just point to my picture with the sword again? The
Yep.
Ukatoa.
Ukatoa. Ukatoa. Okay, and he starts off down the path that he came from.
I translate for everyone in the party and say, he said Ukatoa.
Yes.
Thank you, Plunk.
Yes.
And he actually stops at some of the fallen velociraptors, and he takes out a little kind of knife made out of flint or something super sharp that has been created into a little pocket knife, and he begins to dig out claws from the raptors, from their toes.
We are going to arrest them. You grab that side.
And he starts to give. He gives one claw to Snow.
Thank you.
And who else killed one?
I see.
Did
I?
He
Dennis.
gives
I
one.
was the brave one that ran up there first
And
and
he
set
gives-
him on fire.
Yeah, he gives one claw to each of the people that killed one. There's 3 claws to go around. I can't remember who finished 2 exactly, but
I tried to kill one.
yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so you guys, he collects a couple more claws and teeth and puts them in his pouch, and then he starts down the path. I'm assuming you all follow.
I'll just put this out then.
Yes. This roaring bonfire behind you guys.
Maybe when I saw the jungle on fire, that was because of Bolt.
Maybe. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so you all start to follow him. I would like you all to make. What's the marching order here?
I'll go
Closer to the
first.
front.
Dajarkal will go first in wolf form.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right behind Dajarkal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go behind Bolt or beside Bolt.
Okay.
Be near
I'll be around
snow,
there
wherever
back
snow
with
is.
Is Dajarkal still in wolf form?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. So I'll walk beside her and just kind of pat her head as we're going.
Okay.
You're gonna get eaten.
Who's next?
I will take up the rear.
Okay.
But I'll say to everybody with one of the raptor claws, I keep them handy. Perhaps they're a means of passage.
Okay. Snow.
I'm
You're good?
around.
Oh, okay.
Dajarkal,
The boys in front.
with my echo.
Okay. Who are we missing? Anybody? We're good. Okay. And you guys continue along. And this boy seems to be kind of watching around him, scanning the jungle as he walks, with kind of his spear in front of him, but with this kind of his chest out like he's proud that he has warriors along with him that are walking the path with him.
I also scan as we go.
Yeah.
I want to be cautious and just watch as well, taking cues from him.
Yeah.
And I'm smelling and listening for any signs of danger.
Okay.
Jason,
Yes.
as I follow him, do I recognize any of my surroundings from my vision at all?
Give me a history check, please.
Okay. It's a -1. Okay, 11.
11?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not really. It all just looks like tangled jungle at this point.
Okay.
And again, your dream, you saw a bit of jungle, but then it all kind of died. You didn't quite walk with your jungle, with your dream.
Right.
So it's hard to kind of place anything specific for you right now.
Okay.
Dajarkal, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Okay. So I have an advantage on that.
Yep.
And that is a 16.
Okay. With the 16, you get a distinct smell of rot coming from kind of you guys are still heading kind of northeast, and you've been heading that way for about another 2 hours. So you're about 4 hours into your time here on the island.
How long?
4 hours in.
But as far as this particular,
yeah, sorry. So this is before you switch off. We'll say this is before you switch off, and then just off the path a little bit, you smell this very, very distinct smell.
I'll stop, and I'll like look back to the rest of the party, and I'll head towards it, kind of like a low growl.
Okay. All right, and you guys see this. You see Dajarkal in wolf form kind of growl and kind of walk off the path and into the jungle.
My passive perception is 16. Do I smell that?
With a 16, you do.
Okay.
Yeah. As soon as she starts to go in that direction, you start to smell what smells like a rotting corpse on the wind, on the breeze.
All right, I'll go with her with my echo.
Okay. The echo starts to follow. Anyone else going with her?
Yeah, I'll go with her.
Okay, you all go?
So we'll get the attention of the boy and say, wait here. And I'll follow Snow.
Okay. Well, the boy kind of comes with you guys. He doesn't want to be left alone. And as you walk in, you head into the jungle, following your nose, Dajarkal. You head in maybe about 30 feet into the jungle, and you come to a small clearing. And the clearing is made up of 2 tents. Looks like an old campsite. And one of the both tents have fairly big holes in them. They look like they've seen a lot of rain and a lot of time has passed. You see that there is a fire pit in the middle that has long past gone out. And just a mess of a sight. So you see like a torn pack, some clothing that is strewn around, and that's all. But there is a very pungent smell coming from this area.
I'll still try to look for it, where that smell's coming
As you kind of start to walk around the campsite, and you start to approach kind of one of the tents, I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, great. 16.
Okay. With a 16, you narrowly sidestep a net trap that lifts out of the leaves and out of the jungle floor, and lifts up into the with incredible speed, and kind of catapults in the air and then hangs, and then sways slowly.
Is anybody near me?
Nope.
Like,
are there bodies in the trees hanging from other nets?
Perception check.
Can I just look?
Investigate. Yeah. So if you just look, if you're just taking a cursory look, no, seems to be the only trap in the air.
But I'm like, I want to look up in the tree, like up at the trees, and see, are there other hanging? So there are no other hanging nets with dead, decaying bodies.
No.
Okay.
It's Jurassic Park with predators, guys.
Can we see into the tent?
Yeah.
So into the tent?
You kind of start to walk over to one.
No. I'm not walking anywhere.
Okay.
Sir.
From where you are?
Yeah.
Investigation check, please.
22.
Yeah. With the 22, you can see, because there are large holes that are kind of gaping in the tents, you see that there is distinctly a body in one of the tents. The other one is empty from where you stand.
Okay. So I'll just say, there are some dead people inside. I'm not sure what else we can do here.
Does the boy look concerned?
The boy's kind of behind you, kind of like looking over your shoulders.
Does he look concerned?
Curious.
He looks curious.
Hey, Jay.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace, and it should affect all of us because we're all within 30 feet of each other, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so we all get a +10 bonus to our stealth checks.
Okay.
And we can't be tracked by magical means as we're doing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
So as I do it, though, an emblem of a leaf comes onto my hand.
Nice.
It kind of shines in the jungle, and I kind of ward it across all of us as members.
And as he does that, all of a sudden your feet feel lighter, and even the air around you, leaves kind of begin to float a little bit in the area that you're about to step. They kind of like float up a little bit as you take your steps, making much less sound than you did before.
Can we roll stealth checks then?
What do you want to do? Depends on where you want to, like, just tell me where you want to go and
It just allows you.
what's your intention?
Well, it adds 10 to our stealth rolls, right?
Yeah.
When you roll.
Yeah.
I would still like to get a closer look at that body.
Okay, so you want to get closer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Careful.
Go ahead.
Can I? I'm not good at checking for traps, but can I walk over with her and check for traps?
Yeah. Give me a perception check as you, investigation check as you walk.
Am I doing?
Out into the trees. 19.
Yeah, with a 19, you don't see any more traps in the near area that you can see.
Okay.
I want to just look over at the boy and just kind of put my hands up like, what is this? Do you know what that is?
He looks at you and goes,
Can the boy see us still?
yeah, he's behind you. He's kind of looking over your shoulders.
Okay. I'll head over too and see what I can see in there.
Okay.
It looks safe, Dajarkal. You can go in.
So am I rolling for anything, Jason?
Investigation check as you kind of look through the tent. Now, the tent is small. It's kind of like no more than maybe 2.5 feet from the ground. It's just like a one-man sort of temporary typical adventurer's tent.
Investigation tent. is intelligence.
Yeah.
Which I do not have a lot of as a wolf, so
yeah,
that is reduced.
Oh no, you keep your
10.
intelligence. You keep your intelligence.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, then that is an 18.
Okay, with an 18, you start to kind of look at this body. This body looks like. Give me a medicine check.
Okay. Ooh, that is a 21.
With a 21, the body you imagine has been dead maybe a week or so.
Okay.
It's starting to decay heavily. The skin is starting to kind of solidify as the moisture is kind of leaving. But you can tell also that it's been eaten in places by creatures throughout the last week that have kind of come through here and left and picked at and so on. But you can tell that the skeleton is starting to come through.
So the eyeballs are still there?
Why would the eyeballs still be there?
No, are they still there?
No.
Okay.
No. They've been eaten. You do though, Dajarkal, with a what was that? What was your roll? 20?
21
Yeah.
for the medicine check.
Okay, what about the investigation, sorry? 19?
18, I believe.
18. You do see that they are dressed. That this figure was dressed like a sailor. And maybe even on the pirate side.
Uh-oh.
What's in there?
It looks like a seaman.
Smells like death.
And I just kind of nod.
But how do you suppose he died?
The wolf
Can
looks
we
at you.
tell how he died? I mean, he's been eaten up, so it's hard to say how he died. He's eaten.
You're trying to figure out potentially how he died?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a medicine check.
I'll do the same, Jay.
Okay.
13.
Okay. Okay. It's all pretty clear as you start to kind of circle around the body that there is little arrows, like about this big. There's 2 of them. One stuck in his neck, and one that had entered from the top of his head.
Oh, I think the arrow to the head probably did it.
Arrow. Let me see.
I'd like to call the boy forward. I can't remember his name. Boy.
He kind of runs over.
And I'll point, and again I'll say, friend.
He doesn't quite understand. Sorry, I know you guys can't see me.
I'll go over and I'll take the arrow.
Yeah.
And I'll point to the arrow. Friend?
Grungo. Grungo.
And what does he say when he says grungo?
Grung.
Say that again, sorry, Jay.
Grung.
Grung.
Yeah. And you remember, Joel, or Plunkrawk remembers that when asked what creatures might be on the island, that Yana said that Grung might be one of them. When you guys were on your way here.
Some of us had met a Grung on Darktoe.
Yeah, and some of you have met a Grung on Darktoe.
I'm going to go over and pull out one of the arrows and just look at it.
Okay.
Is it just like a normal arrow?
Yeah, so the arrow is clearly kind of roughly made. It's got a bone, like a flint tip, or made of some sort of obsidian, like sharp, almost like glass, wrapped with like a fine twine. Nice craftsmanship, but definitely tribal in nature. Give me an investigation check, please.
Okay.
Actually, give me a nature check.
Ooh. Nature 22.
Okay. With the 22, you can see that in the tip of the arrow, on either side of the actual tip itself, there are little kind of pockets with with a black kind of liquid that has hardened around the holes. And you imagine from your research of these types of weapons and weapons in general that it was probably poisonous when it hit the target, and that these hold poison in these little pockets on either side of the arrow head.
Looks like it might have been poisoned. What do you make of this, Gaziel?
Well, that's quite concerning. I don't know what it could mean, though, but...
I think we should be very, very careful. Just watch out in case one of these comes flying towards us.
Yeah. Thankfully, nobody can see us right now, which is awesome. How long does this last? This pass without a trace?
I think it's an hour, is it?
Yeah, an hour.
Yeah, an hour.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to like with my nose, can I roll one of those things over to just, I want to convey, like maybe hold on to it so that we could see what it is later?
What, the arrows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like kind of roll the arrow over to who's got the bag of holding?
Probably just pick it up in your teeth.
I do.
I probably don't want to pick it up in my teeth.
Yeah.
Don't want any of that in my mouth.
Maybe not the poison then.
No.
Never mind.
So I'll like roll it over and see if anybody else will like save
Jason?
it.
Yeah.
How long does my detect poison disease last?
It'll say in the spell, I don't know offhand. Bolt.
Concentration
Sorry.
up to 10 minutes?
Yeah. 10 minutes, yeah. So you just have to, you can't cast another concentration spell or take damage, or you lose that spell. So you can keep it going for, so yeah, as soon as he says, what do you think, Gaziel? You see that haze of, faint haze of poison on the tip of that arrow.
Right, but
On
it
the tip
doesn't
of both
actually
arrows.
tell me what it says. You also identify the kind of poison. Or does that have anything to do with anything?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't give you any more information than this. It's just it's a lethal poison that is used for killing things.
Okay.
And comes from a specific plant that is native to the island that you haven't seen before.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up the dart that Dajarkel's trying to motion to me.
Okay. You pick up the little arrow. Okay. And the arrows are just like half the size of regular arrows, but built the same with the same sort of flights and everything. Joel, can you give me an insight check?
Yes, sir. That is an 8.
With an 8, you do notice that as soon as he said grungo, he's kind of looking up at the trees and kind of is holding his spear a little harder, like tighter than he was.
Awesome. I'll convey that to the rest of the party. Just point at him. Go. Holding tight.
Indeed.
Maybe we should just head back to the path.
So on Darktoe, I had spoken with Sulcax a lot, who is a grung.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that was kind of described was the smell. Is there anything? Would I get any smell scent of a grung nearby?
You don't currently smell anything that resembles the smell that Sulcax had of any sort.
Okay.
Jay, is it possible for us to set up the trap again?
I mean, you can absolutely try. You can see how it basically had a mechanism that was kind of a weight mechanism. When you step in a certain area, it triggered something, and it was tied to basically a boulder tied to the end of the rope. So you could try and do it again, but you'd have to climb the tree and then bring the boulder down again and set it all up.
Right, I won't do that.
Okay.
My friends, no disrespect to the dead, but is there anything useful around?
Good point.
Eyeball's gone.
Well, he won't be needing those anymore.
You guys want to search the area?
Yeah.
Okay, Snow.
Perhaps.
Go ahead.
Perhaps we could try to find as many of those arrows as possible and then use them in defense if we get attacked. Maybe the poison is still useful.
I nod at this.
Okay, you all take a quick look around, investigate, and everything looks like it's been picked clean. Anything of value has been taken. The other person that was taking up residence in the other tent is nowhere to be found. No sign of them.
I turn to Gaziel and I'll say, see more poison? And maybe we can go and pick the poison that is similar to what's on the arrow for our own use in the future.
Yes, give me a second here. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
We haven't heard the word grung spoken, right? Only the boy has said it in his own language, so none of us would be thinking specifically about grung at this moment, right?
Good point. Actually, was I ever around Sulcax? I think I was on Darktoe. Although I've never conversed with him, but I would have noticed him.
Dennis knows her and Mr. O, but doesn't see the line, the through line.
Right.
Yeah, because I've had some conversations with her that would be really, really useful to be able to tell the party about the things she told me. But if I'm not thinking about grung, then I have no reason to even bring it up, right?
Well, I mean, I can
have been quiet too.
I know. It's tough. It's tough.
Dang. Never. I can't do what I want to do because you haven't initiated the way for me to do it. So no meta.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. All right, so you do see that the kind of haze that you see around this particular arrow resembles, again, another haze that you see around a plant that is bright green plant with red dots on the leaves. But you get the sense that there's more to it. That the plant that maybe is a base for this poison isn't isn't all of it. But you do see a specific plant with green, broad leaves with red dots.
I see this?
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I sort of see this plant that maybe resembles this poison, but I'm not sure that we can do much with it. Maybe Bolt perhaps can invent something of some sort.
I'm flattered by your confidence.
Change back into my normal self at this point.
Okay.
And with my herbalism kit, would I be able to kind of break down what else is in this poison?
Interesting. If you'd be able to kind of tell what else exists.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like you to give me an investigation check, and then you can add your because she's proficient with it, so she would get your proficiency bonus on top of that. So basically, whatever your intelligence modifier is, +2 on top of your roll.
Okay. Okay, so that is a 14.
Okay. With a 14, you start to kind of take things out, and you take out your herbalism kit, and you have little salves and things, and you start to drip little bits of different concoctions onto the spearhead. With a 14, you're able to tell that, yes, this plant was used as a base for it. And the boy actually comes over to see what you're doing, and he points at the leaves and says, Manga. And then he makes this motion of like pounding and then stirring and eating. And then he does this.
I can't see what that last part was.
Sorry.
Okay, so you eat a little bit of it after crushing it, is what I'm thinking.
Can I understand what he said, Jay?
He didn't say anything. He was just, at this point, he doesn't know anybody can understand him, so he's just using.
But what does manga mean?
Manga it's translated manga.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It looks like poison. I'm not sure it's a good idea to try it, but he did give Snow a strength kind of thing, so maybe this would be similar.
I mean, he robbed.
Maybe do the experimenting when we're somewhere safe.
Yeah, maybe if we keep an eye out for these leaves, maybe we can collect them and see what we can do with them at another time.
And Gaziel, as you look at this whole plant, you do see that there is an aura of poison for the whole plant. And as Dajarkal, how are you collecting leaves off the plant?
I would say with gloves.
Okay.
Like I don't want to touch it particularly. So
as Dajarkal pulls off a leaf, that leaf doesn't glow poison as she puts it away. And as she takes each individual leaf, it doesn't glow poison. But the whole bush in and of itself does.
Dajarkal, so I'm noticing that as you're picking off the leaves that it doesn't kind of give off the poison-like fog that I see. As soon as you pick it off the vine, off the root.
That's really strange. What do you think?
I mean, maybe because it's attached to the actual plant itself, it has the poison, but maybe the leaf itself doesn't.
Where are you putting these leaves?
Happen if I
Dajarkal, while you collect them?
I would assume I have some sort of, in my herbalism kit, would have some sort of either vials or jars or even pouches to put something like that in.
Okay, yeah. So you start to kind of put a couple in the pouch.
But I would like to. What would happen if I just took a branch with the leaves on them?
Yeah. Okay. You take it off and you have it with you.
Does it also glow the same
The
way?
whole
or
the
does
whole
it lose-
branch glows.
Yeah, it
Okay.
looks like maybe the branch is actually the poison pot.
Maybe. Or maybe the leaves still have to be... Okay, so now my third... I'm going to try to take a branch that has no leaves on it and see what happens when I take the branch.
No glow.
No glow.
So I take it the leaves still have to be attached to the branch?
I guess it seems that way from what I'm seeing with my own eyes, but yeah, I think that's the case.
Maybe in this way that the leaves themselves can be medicinal, but if they're attached to the branch, they're poisonous?
Poison. I'd say take a couple leaves on their own and then a couple branches with the leaves attached on their own, just to have both.
Right. So I've gotten the leaves with the pouch, just plucked from directly, that aren't poisonous, and then I have this, which I'll wrap it with a cloth.
Okay.
And put it away in my in my bag.
Gaziel, can you give me a perception check?
A perception check? Yes.
And Dave and Joel, it looks like your table's on fire. Just a nope.
I got a 19.
Bolt did it.
Okay.
It's a bolt attack.
Yeah. A 19. With a 19, you see actually when she puts one of the leaves, she takes a leaf, and as she puts it into the pouch, they start to glow when they're in contact with each other. So a single leaf on itself doesn't glow, but as soon as it contacts some other leaves, they glow as a collective.
Leaf on leaf action.
Do I notice this too, or no?
No, because you don't see the glow.
Okay.
Only she does because of the detect poison.
Oh, yeah, Dajarkal, as soon as the leaf has contact with the other leaves and the branches, it glows again. It's such an odd, strange thing.
Then
I don't know.
Well, we'll try. We'll experiment. But for now, I guess now that now that I know that, I'll take a leaf by itself, and then put it in a pouch by itself, and see if it continues to not glow because it's not near the others. So what do I see then with?
Sorry, if you do what? Sorry.
If I take a leaf on its own and put it in a separate pouch, alone.
Yeah. There's no glow.
There's no glow.
What you kind of figure out is that one leaf on its own never glows, but in the combination with at least one or more, they glow as a whole.
Okay.
So
I guess we have an experiment.
A safe place instead of in the death zone here. I'd really like to not do it here.
I think we should get out of the death zone as soon as possible. Yes, but you guys, we have an experiment.
Okay,
is anybody else excited?
I'm the only one that can see this, so this is quite odd.
Scientific method.
Okay, let me know when you need me, and I'm going to go into my shell and lay on the ground. I don't want to get a poison dart in my head, so I'm just going to tuck everything in. Let me know when we're going.
Okay, so all of this, collecting everything and talking everything, takes about 15 minutes or so in this area. What do you guys do once this is done? Do you continue on your way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I need a marching order, please.
Are we going to be sneaky? Since we have pass without a trace.
I'll go first.
I'm ready to leave, so I'll also be one of the first to head out.
We're going to end anyways.
I'll go in the middle.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go to the middle as well.
With my echo.
Okay, so who's leading? Sorry, say that again.
I'll go first with Bacalhau.
Okay.
Yep.
And Janice was sort of asking, or Josh, I guess, was asking, are we being sneaky because of pass without a trace?
Yeah, I'd like you all to roll stealth checks, please.
Okay, I rolled with disadvantage. One was a net 20, the other was an 8 plus 5, so 13.
Okay.
And then plus 10 for pass without a trace, so it's 23.
Okay.
Got a 19.
Okay.
29 for me.
Yep.
13. Do I get? You said plus 3, plus 10.
Yeah, 23.
The 23.
Okay.
5 plus 10.
Okay.
Plus 10 for me is 23.
Wow. Okay. Anybody under a 15? Okay. All right. You all start to move along in the forest, and you have this confidence with you. I'm assuming you cast it on the boy as well, because he's within,
Yes.
right? How many people
he
can
was
you?
within range.
How many people can you cast it with?
Anyone within 30 feet.
Okay. So as you walk through, you walk for another, say, 6 hours or so through the jungle, and he takes you off the path finally, and now you're into really dense, deep jungle, and without any real issue up to this point. And you can see that the sun is starting to set over the canopy, and it's starting to get really dark in the jungle canopy, even though the sun is still not quite set yet. But as you finally kind of push through a final kind of wall of jungle, you open up into a bit of a clearing. And before you, and you can turn on, there you go. Before you, you can see a temple in the distance, about 100 feet from where you stand. It has 3 platforms, and on top is a small square platform, each one increasingly larger in size. There is a jungle, trees that are much shorter than the canopy that exists, but the sunset is lighting it from one side, and you can see that there are small basically streams of steam that seem to be escaping but in nooks and crannies and cracks all along the exterior of this temple. And that is where we're going to end the session for this evening.
Oh, man.
Come on,
That was
Jay.
great, guys. That was good.
That was fun.
Thanks so much for having us and enjoying us and all that kind of stuff. We want to draw the winner for Mithril. We're also going to draw the winner for the last seat in our private Wildemount game.
Woo.
What's that?
No, I just wooed.
Oh, no. I was asking Julian over here.
Who wooed?
Who woo? Don't woo now.
Is Puppet 606.
Puppet 606, you are the winner of the Mithril Armory spinners. Mithril Armory guys will be in contact with you in some way, shape, or form to get you your address and email and all the stuff that they need to ship you some awesome spinners. So thank you for being involved.
You gotta roll a D13 somehow.
Okay, I am going to roll this. That is going to be a 10. Riktari, you have won, who is a regular on our stream and is also an officer, I think, within the revelry.
Yeah, he's a part of the squid.
It has to be an officer, actually, but he's part of the Deceitful Squid. So congratulations, Riktari. Appreciate all of the support and everything. That is the 4th and final spot in our private... What's that? 4th and final spot in our private game that we will be running at some point. We will be scheduling it in the near future. I want to thank all of our community and everyone that supports us on an ongoing basis. Thank you for all the followers tonight and for all the subscribers tonight and for all our subscribers at home that are part of the revelry that continue to roleplay in pirate speak throughout the week and go on quests and all this fun stuff. We're still figuring all that out. And, you know, bottom line is it takes resources to do what we do. And so subscribing and supporting the channel is helping us to continue to do these awesome streams with these awesome people, with the technology and everything that is required in order to do this. But you guys help us do that. And as a return and as a thank you, we're trying to give you a bit of interactivity and content so that you can enjoy along with us and doing what we can. We're learning as we go. We'll make mistakes. So bear with us and be patient, but it's so much fun and we're having a blast doing it. I want to thank Sirenscape and all of our sponsors as usual, Dungeons & Dragons, for having us on their channel. And we will see you tomorrow night for Behind the Screen with V, the Crafting Muse, to talk about Warlock tiles and all of her stuff at WizKids and her experiences, again, as a female DM and crafter. And then Thursday, Player's Table with Joel Auge. And then Sunday for Nolzers, we'll be back at the table. Sorry about last night. We went muted for the week in solidarity, but we are back in full swing this week. Guys, you have a wonderful week. I am counting down the streams until we can be at this table together. I think that is going to be sooner than later at this point. Things are starting to look good. So I have actually never officially met Christina in person before.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I have walked past you at like 50 feet in the office once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
I did, yeah. Yeah, but we've never actually
seen you
met.
in person.
So it's so fun that we're going to be playing around this table at some point.
Yeah.
I need to transfer my house from pandemic home to like public, have people over home. And that'll happen over the next week. But yeah, it's so great and very excited about it. And of course, we'll be as safe as our government and health officials tell us to before we make that step. But I just cannot wait to hug y'all and to play around the table again. And then, of course, Noura, you're with us for the rest of the season. So very excited to have you.
Yay!
And very super excited for you to come here and play in person soon.
I know. It's going to happen, you guys.
Man,
I'm so excited.
As soon as those borders open up,
Yes.
it'd be great, man. I wish we could have you here for the finale. But I don't know if it's going to happen by then. So we'll see. Anyways, love you guys. Have a great one. You have a good night. Bye.
Bye.